What's up, everyone? What is up? How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone has had a decent week. Right? I hope everyone has had a decent week. Um, yeah. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. All right. Yeah. Welcome to the live stream. So I have Buster. What's up, my brother? What is up? Hope you had a good holiday, right? Hope you had a good holiday. I haven't seen you in a little bit. So hope you had a good Christmas and a good New Year's, my brother. So before tonight, I'm just gonna react to some TikTok videos, right? I'm going to react into some TikTok videos, just pretty much the same old, right? I mean some videos of women talking and me reacting to it. But before I do that, I want to talk about the craziness, right? That I think was today. With good. Okay. Same brother. Yeah. Good. Yes, I want to talk about the Venezuela, right? What would I call it? Incident where Trump has arrested. He has arrested the Venezuelan dictator. Okay. So let's watch a clip. Let's watch a short clip about it, and I want to talk about it a little bit. So for the ones who are early, we have a little bit something to talk about a little bit. All right. So let's.
Revealing new information about the latest military operation in Venezuela, Maduro and his wife are now facing charges related to drug trafficking in America. The president also says the U.S. will run the country for now.
Nicolas Maduro and his wife arrived on U.S. soil.
Steve, what is up, my brother? What is up? Thank you for being here.
Saturday evening, where they will face federal charges in New York related to drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. President Trump shared this picture after Maduro was captured by an elite military team overnight in what the administration is calling Operation Absolute Resolve.
Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault.
The president detailed the military action from Mar-a-Lago Saturday afternoon, hours after the overnight strike on Venezuela. The operation targeted military facilities and involved more than 150 U.S. aircraft and follows months of military buildup in the Caribbean. President Trump also says the U.S. will run the country until a safer and proper transition can occur, without specifying exactly how that will work.
Well, you know, they always say boots on the ground. Oh, so we're not afraid of boots on the ground.
Are you concerned that bad elements of the Maduro regime will remain in place?
Well, we know who they are. We're on them. And they're acting much differently now than they would have acted 2 days ago.
The Trump administration is defending its decision not to notify Congress ahead of the strike, but Democratic lawmakers are blasting the move and questioning what comes next.
Yes, Maduro is illegitimate. A lot of leaders are illegitimate in the world, thinking you can simply reach in like we're playing some game of Risk and remove them and then wash your hands of it and everything's fine. Well, we've learned that that's just not the way it plays out most of the time.
Venezuela's vice president insists Maduro remains the leader, calling the U.S. action a violation. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, West.
So, what do you guys think? Buster says good old American imperialism. Now, this is my stance, right? I posted a video today, right? I posted a video today about it. So that gives you a little bit of thoughts. Gives you a little bit of a background on what my thoughts are. But I said this where I'm gonna preface this that I believe America first. I'm not a big supporter of our of America's foreign policy, right? That we give a shit about what's happening outside of our borders. We shouldn't care about Ukraine. We shouldn't care about Palestine. We shouldn't care about other countries. We shouldn't. Not until we as America are doing top tier, right? Americans are doing the best they could be, right? Or close to it. Then okay, you know what? Think about the rest of the world, fine, right? Care about what's happening in other places, okay. But until we are in a good place as Americans, as America, I'm not a big supporter of American foreign policy. I think we shouldn't give a shit what happens in the Ukraine. I don't care if let's say Russia takes the Ukraine. I don't care about Palestine if Israel or whatever takes Palestine. We shouldn't care. We shouldn't care. But like in the video I said, okay, in the video I said today I posted, this is the problem with, let's say, people on the left. You can't say that we should care about the Ukrainians. You shouldn't care about that we should care about the Palestinians when, or you shouldn't care about, okay, let's say illegal immigrants having due process. So, because now when America is now sticking their nose into other countries, now you have a problem. Now you have a problem when you wanted America to stick their nose into Ukraine, into Taiwan, into Palestine, into illegal immigrants problems. You cared then, but now it's a no-no. The argument is that it's a requirement for our well-being because of the butterfly effect, kinda. Well, to be honest, who knows what because see, the butterfly effect thing is like, I get it, but it's unpredictable in the sense that we won't know the ramifications in the future. It's the future, okay? So, you take the actions you take, and then you see the consequences you see. So this is a problem we had where, okay, let's say during Trump's deportations of illegal immigrants, we care about the well-beings of illegal immigrants so badly, right? The left, Democrats are saying, oh, these people were the illegal immigrants were escaping bad living environments, right? They were escaping bad places. Okay, well then America just stepped in and tried to, fix potential, people who want to immigrate, right? Fix certain countries. Again, right? When you open the floodgates, don't be surprised that shit that you don't like happens, right? It's the claim that whether it's true or not. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I said, I'm not a big fan of our foreign policy. But you can't say American first isn't an ideology, it's a policy. That's the thing, right? It should be the way. It's the way of America. America first. 100%. So this is why I don't really care so much about our foreign policy. I don't think we should be sticking our nose into other governments' businesses. I'm sorry. I said it in my video about Venezuela. They should have done an uprising, right? They should have handled. I mean, I'm sorry if something happens to the people while doing uprising. That's just the way it is. Palestine, they should defend their own borders. Ukraine, they should defend their own borders. We shouldn't be sending money. We shouldn't be sending equipment. We shouldn't be sending help. We shouldn't care. I'm sorry. Let's say this. Even if Russia took Ukraine, it wouldn't affect us in the sense that they can't do shit about us. There's no nation on this earth. There's no nation on this earth that can actually threaten America, in my opinion. There's no nation on this earth that can actually threaten America, in my opinion. So I just think that we shouldn't care. But like I said, if you open the floodgates that, America should care about this, America should care about this nation, America should care about the people of this nation, America should care about the people of this nation. Well, okay, now America has an excuse to care about people of Venezuela. America pays $174 177 in foreign aid, and there's 193 countries in the world. That math ain't mathing. This is the thing. Guess what? Our money shouldn't be going to these other countries. I'm sorry. That's why they argue foreign policy matter, because America first. It's political strategy. I don't think so. I'm sorry, because again, right? If you think you want to use a geopolitical strategy because that's to help America, haven't seen the results of it. Okay, we've cared about we cared about so many other places in the world, and hasn't really benefited America by that, right? So both Russia and China can get us, my friend. They just don't want to end the world. See, again, if it's a suicide mission where we both kill each other, that's not really much of an argument, right? See, you said both Russia and China can get us, my friend. They just don't want to end the world. Well, guess what? If China and Russia throws a nuke at us, we wouldn't throw a nuke at them, so we'll kill each other off. That's not like taking each other off, right? Ending both parties is not really much of a thing, in my opinion. No, the difference in force projection isn't even comparable. So, but yeah, I mean, I just, when you know the thoughts, it's fresh news. It's just happened. I'm just like, but hey, this is a thing where Trump is making things happen. Now, from what I've heard, now I'm not saying that this is accurate or not. Venezuelans, right? People from Venezuela, people who are of Venezuelan descent that lives here, they're celebrating it. So I don't know. Russia should have defended. I don't think Russia would, right? I think Russia just made public threats, but I don't think Russia would. Okay. And plus, I think Russia's already they have their they're trying to, I think Russia we are wrong. I mean, this is a thing where if we are wrong, then again, we shouldn't be butting our nose into any other nation's issues, right? We shouldn't care about Palestine. We shouldn't care about the Ukraine. Like I said, I don't really care about our foreign policy. I'm not a big fan of it. So, we should treat America like a corporation. We franchise out our constitution and you pay us for our aid. But that's insane to me. Insane to see. That would be crazy. Russia's military capacity compared to the United States is a joke. No, like I said, right? The only threat that Russia or China has is nuke. But again, that would be a stupid decision. So that's why I wouldn't say that they are much of a threat to us. Because to go to a nuclear war with another country, you are asking for the destruction of the earth, which is idiotic in my opinion, for any kind of person, right? Person who wants to rule the world, destroying the world does not make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. So no, I wouldn't. That's why I don't deem them as much of a threat. The American Atlantic Fleet could take on the entire world at the same time and still win. That's what I said, right? No one. This is why I don't care if other countries, other nations battle with themselves and figure shit out, because for us, we're good, right? We should be focusing on ourselves. Taught me USA does two good things, but I don't want to be threatened with jail time if I don't want to pay taxes. Yeah, I just don't. I don't want our taxpayers going to other countries. I just don't like that. I just don't agree. I don't agree with our taxpayers' money going to other nations, right? Helping other nations. I'm sorry. Americans deserve the help first, okay? Laughing Man, what is up, my brother? What is up? No, I mean, again, I believe in America first. That's why I don't really support American foreign aid. I don't support America foreign policy. Okay, I've said this before. I believe that America shouldn't be sending money, help of any kind to other countries until America is at a good position, right? Education is good. Medical, right? Our health system is good, right? Our housing, like everything about us is top tier. Then, okay, if you're bored, right? You've helped America so badly, fine, go help our countries now, right? But we haven't, right? America is still suffering and not doing the best. I still have some water too. So that's my thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it because again, I believe that Americans, because all the money that we sent to other countries, that creates a deficit for us. Okay, that creates a hole in our economy. Okay, sending money to other countries creates a hole in our economy. Right. So no, I don't believe that. So that's my thing. But yeah, the problem with not wanting to abide to the authority is that you have to be willing to bet your existence on it. Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I think, in my honest opinion, I don't know. I'm not a fan of what Trump is doing. Trump is trying to create. I don't know. I think he wants like he wants to be the type, be labeled the person to end war across the globe or end whatever foreign conflict against the all over the world, which is, I don't know. He's not going to win a Nobel Peace Prize, so really, I don't know. I don't think it's all that special for him to be doing it. So I'm not the biggest fan of it, but we'll see. We'll see the consequences and repercussions of it. So I don't know. The guy's going to stand in trial, right? He's going to stand in American court. So we'll see what will happen. I don't know. I just think that it was I don't know. I don't think this is a hill for Trump to die on, but we'll see. Right? We'll see. I mean, if like I said, the Venezuelan people love it, what can we say? Right? I just think that. What about the American people? What about American people? I mean, why aren't you doing things for Americans to love? That's my problem. Okay, why aren't you focusing on Americans? Modern day Nuremberg. Interesting. I don't know. So that's a bit of a political talk. So, interesting. It's something, I mean, I'm not I don't know. It doesn't affect me much. So that's why I don't have, the biggest, the biggest issues with it. So, guys, thank you for all being here, right? Antics. All right. Thank you, my brother. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Alan saw my video that I did about it. So he wanted to talk about it. So maybe he'll jump in the chat in a bit. DA, after World War II, we could rule the world, United States. So how this not a Christian country? Just saying. To be honest, I mean, let's say this, right? Controversially, America could take over the world. Controversially, America could take over the world. Okay? I mean, if America was not a democracy, but like, let's say, like what Buster said, right? Imperialism. Okay? American imperialism. If America was actually imperialist, we could actually take over the world, right? Like Africa, we could take over Africa. I'm sorry. We could take over Africa. South America, we could take over South America. Canada, we could take over Canada. Mexico, we could take over Mexico. What nation on this earth could even actually beat us? There isn't any. There isn't any. I'm sorry. We could take over all of Europe, right? China, let's say even China and Russia get together. Maybe they could do a little bit of a stalemate for us. But to be honest, we could take over Russia and China too. Okay? So to be honest, if America was actually an imperialism, seriously, the American flag would be all over the world, right? Every nation would have an American flag. There is no nation like, I'm saying every nation could combine and the smaller part of it, of that, just our Navy could beat. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, I mean, like, the whole nation could. Russia can beat us because they fight for honor over money. I mean, no, I mean, I don't really, real Rain, I don't believe that, right? You say Russia can beat us because they fight for honor over money? I don't think so, right? And to be honest, I think American troops are way too advanced. I mean, I think America is way too advanced and way too trained, right? We could dominate. I think we could dominate the world. I mean, I'm not asking for it because we are not an imperialist, right? We are not an imperialistic country. So America isn't out there to rule the world, right? We're not trying to create a kingdom. Yeah, I mean, seriously. To be honest, I think the only reason why Russia's an issue in the Ukraine is because we're not trying to blatantly, stick our nose into it. Okay. The only reason why the whole Israel and Palestine issue is happening is because we're not trying to stick our nose into it, right? Not really. I'm telling you, if any of these issues, American troops were actually we are actually going to stick our nose into it, we can take over the world. We can take over the world. Now, again, we're not an imperialistic country, right? It's not imperialism. We're not a kingdom. We're not trying to actually colonize the world with all the people. We're not authoritarian. We're not dictator, right? So we're not actually trying to rule the world with so many people saying that America is like that. We're not. Okay. I mean, if we are, we'll be taking over the world, right? Like the official language of the world would have been English. I mean, the official flag of the world would have been the American flag. So, I don't know. But what do you guys think? I've seen Hellsing before. Yeah. I like Hellsing. I mean, the anime? Yeah. A classic anime. Hellsing is a classic anime. Alright. Will Rain, I agree with everything you're saying, but the people we're helping really need our help. So that's why I'm torn. Here's my problem, right? This is my problem with, like I said, okay? So Real Rain said, I agree with everything you're saying, but the people we are helping really need our help. So that's why I'm torn. This is the problem I find with that kind of statement, right? I mean, this is what a lot of people on the left has kind of problem. These people need our help, so we should help them. But guess what? Okay? Here's my thing. How can you actually help a nation? How? Right? How can you actually help a nation? In my opinion, helping a nation is you got to take over it. I'm sorry. Okay? Let's say the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Okay? The conflict between Ukraine and Russia. I mean, sending money over there is not helping them. The only way to actually help a nation because of our because of using our point of views, we have to take over it, right? You have to be the leader, okay? Because these are nations with two different leaders, two different ideologies, two different types of people. Guess what? We have to go imperialistic on their ass. We have to take them over. That's the problem. Okay, so you can say, oh, these people need our help. Well, how can you actually help them? Because even if you send money and aid, that doesn't necessarily, right, fix their problems. Imperialism, I agree. It's not like a classical imperialism, but in a sense it is. I mean, maybe, right? Maybe, but see, this is why, Buster, this is why if you look at Real Rain's comment, is it imperialism or it's under the guise of we are helping them, right? That's the problem, okay? That's the problem a lot of people don't understand. It's not under the notion of imperialism, it's under the notion of we're helping them. Just like Trump said, oh, we're helping the Venezuelans. Well, guess what? That is the problem, okay? You want to help people? Well, that's how you help them. You take over. That's how you do it. The Ukraine people didn't ask for the war. It was thrust on them. I don't blame people for the actions of the government, if that makes sense. I mean, I agree. But the problem is when two governments are warring over each other, guess how you solve that, right? If the people won't step up and take over the government and they need other people's help, the only thing is that you have to take over the government, right? The US has to take over the government. That's just how it is. It may be imperialistic, but, you know, it's under the guise of helping. Yeah, I'm going to put a link in the chat with the Discord that this guy, he puts Alicord in different universes, like the boy universes. Really? I would like to check that out. I'll check that out. That's interesting. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like a more advanced form of imperialism that looks fantastic on paper. It's like politically correct imperialism. I agree. But I agree, it's not like straight up imperialism. Yes, it's Buster said it correctly. It is politically correct imperialism. Oh, you know, we're trying to help people of the other nations. Guess what happened? Okay, you want to help the Palestinians, right? All these like young kids protesting for Palestine. Guess how the U.S. would actually help Palestine? They have to take over Israel, right? And what else do they do? They got to take over Palestine. That's how the U.S. would help, okay? Help the Palestinians. Politically correct imperialism. You want to help the Palestine people? We have to take them over, right? You want to help the Ukrainian people? We have to take them over. If America took over the Ukraine, you think Russia will do anything? You think so? Not really. If America took over Palestine, you think Israel would do anything? No, right? If Palestine was the 52nd state, right? If Palestine was the 52nd state, Ukraine was the 53rd state, you think any country would mess with them? No. So guess what? You can't ask for America to care and help other nations and then get mad that when America does, it doesn't look how you want it to look. This is the problem with so many people. You can't complain, you know, like America's not helping other nations how you want it to help. That doesn't work like that. Life does not work how you want it to work. I mean, the results might be the same. Okay, might be the same results. Just the path will be different. So if we help the Venezuelan people by taking over Venezuela, well, okay, right? It is what it is. Like I said, I don't really care for the foreign policy stuff. Okay, I'm not a big supporter of it. So I'm not a big supporter of Buster. I love you, my brother. I love you. Yo, you gotta join the live. You gotta join the live chat. The panel. I always love like we could do some more debates and stuff, right? We can do some more debates. It's hard to, this is the thing where I like the panel, okay? But it's hard because we don't usually get enough people. So it's hard for me to think up things to actually debate about, right? If I have a topic, yet only one person show, it's hard to, plus it's hard to, if one person show that really doesn't necessarily disagree with me, it's hard to have any kind of debate. So that's why the Wednesdays live stream is very very fluid, right? I don't have anything concrete because of that. Yeah, I just been working really hard. No. Totally understand, right? Buster, totally understand, right? I just say I missed you. That's it. I'm just saying I missed you, okay? Keep on grinding, my brother. I love it. Keep on grinding, okay? I'm a big supporter. Self-improve. Keep on improving. Keep on working hard, okay? I'm saying if you're free, whenever you're free, all right? I'm always welcoming to that. Real Rain, it's all good. I'm just glad that you guys are, doing well, working well, having a good time during your holidays, right? So I love it. All right. So that was a bit of a political talk. Right? That was a bit of a political talk. So let's go back to regular schedule programming, right? Let's go back to regular schedule programming. If Alan does show, we'll have a bit more of a back and forth in the chat, okay? He wanted to join, right? Because he saw my video about Venezuela. So, if he shows, we'll talk more about it. But beside that, that's our political talk for today. Yo, English, my brother. What is up? Thank you. Thank you for being here, my brother. All right. So let's get to some TikTok videos. Let's get to some TikTok reaction videos. Oh no, yeah, that's why. Like, this is why I'm big supporter of it, right? I'm big supporter of Alan coming by, right? Of Zyrax, right? I'm a big supporter of people who have different views. I've definitely, because I've always said this, right? I try to be respectful, okay? Day is great with that. We mostly disagree, and I'm still a huge fan. I love it, right? This is the thing, right? I want to promote a space where even if we disagree, we can still be cool with each other, right? We can still be cool with each other even if we disagree. So I'm always down. I love it. Exactly, English. Exactly. Okay, so let's I have some videos that would be interesting. So let's check them out. Really? You saw Alan? What was the stream? What was the stream about? So he joined the conversation? That's interesting. I would love. This is the thing where it's hard for me. I've been trying to find, that's the thing where I've been trying to find other streams that, I can join, right? That maybe spread my little bit of influencing. I'm hyped for the videos. Yes, we have some good, I think we have some decent videos, right? But yeah, I want to try to see if I can join some other streams, give out a bit of a different thought processes. So, but yeah. Okay, so all right, let's do some TikTok videos. Right? Let's check out some TikTok videos. Oh, no, yeah, I'm not a big Bible guy, so that wouldn't be a good conversation for me. Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to say. Okay. Red Door, my sister, what is up? What is up, my sister? All right, let's get started. This is a 4-minute video, so she has a couple videos too, so I will be reacting while watching it.
I've always thought that black women and white men made so much more sense in terms of coupling than white women and black men. And I don't like to have thoughts like this go unexplored or unresearched. So I put in the time to see why I kind of always had this double standard.
See, this is the hypocrisy of women, okay? Women are fine with double standards when it comes to themselves. Yet, for men, that's a no-no, okay? She believes that white men, black women are a good combination. And yet, white women and black men are a no-no. Right?
Like since I was a child and just able to fathom race in America. I want to preface that this is very, very specific to American culture and that race consciousness is inseparable from our daily life. And I understand that this is a discriminatory double standard. I do come from a biracial family, a mixed race family, and the majority of our family couplings that are biracial, it's a black woman and white man. But I wanted to get into the thinking behind this. We're stripping away from all romance. I'm not discrediting or dehumanizing anybody. It's a very provocative theory that I'm arguing that black women, white men pairing is more of a power couple and structurally sound than the inverse of black men, white woman. But we're going to take a look on the logic of American upward mobility, which I feel was really what I have always believed since I was a child. And I've always had this reasoning for it. Black women hold the highest degrees of education in America, and we also hold #1 purchase power in America, and white men obviously hold the keys to all the structures that hold up America, the privilege, the generational wealth. Their word has the highest value in America. And the vehicle, the fastest way for a black woman to mobilize herself to the top in America in terms of relationships and who she's associating herself with would be marrying a white man. I would label the white male partner the incumbent. Why that word is because it really demonstrates that his position is so powerful. He has capital, historical, generational capital, the money, the assets, the equity. The numbers are undeniable. White households hold 84.2% of all wealth in America. The median...
Oh, Buster, that's interesting. You want a black wife, huh? I've dated mostly black women, so I don't know. I had, the one that got away was also black, but I mean, I don't know. In general, it's not the easiest, right? Dating black women is definitely pretty tough.
Net worth gap between white and black households in America is 10-1. So you're looking at roughly $250,000 versus $24,000 per household. Black women have attained so much educationally. Black women earn over 71% of all master's degrees awarded to black students. Even though she has such high earning potential, she may lack the generational wealth. She may never be able to see and achieve her highest earning potential without someone who brings that capital and has generations that back them. So the white male partner for the black woman, they kind of sort out and cancel out each other's liabilities, which maximizes upward mobility. A merging of a black woman and a white man makes so much sense and being highly efficient in terms of merging capital and upward mobility in America. But that is not the same for a black man and a white woman. It's actually harmful for their mobility upwards in this country. And their word compared to a white man means nothing. being a woman and also being a black man. So we're viewing these pairings as pure mergers of assets and risk. That's the frame. In the next video, I'm going to be going into the black man, white woman pairing. And this is me being vulnerable, guys. I
gotta hear that back, right? I mean, let me.
I'm going to take a look on the logic of American upward mobility, which I feel was really what I...
Man, Real Rain, you love the Latinas. You love the Latinas. I have 2 baby mamas, right? My second baby mom is black, so she went racial with it.
I have always believed since I was a child, and I've always had this reasoning for it. Black women hold the highest degrees of education in America, and we also hold #1 purchase power in America, and white men obviously hold the keys to all the structures that hold up America, the privilege, the generational wealth. Their word has the highest value in America. And the vehicle, the fastest way for...
Like, I just wanted to hear her again, because like she said the benefit of having a white man. Okay. But what's the benefit of a white man having a black woman?
Black woman to mobilize herself to the top in America in terms of relationships and who she's associating herself with would be marrying a white man. I would label the white male partner the incumbent. Why that word is because it really demonstrates that his position is so powerful. He has capital, historical, generational capital, the money, the assets, the equity. The numbers are undeniable.
She's definitely just like, to be honest, she's just throwing that she's going to use the man. Okay. She's using the man for his privileges or whatever. Right. So, I mean, it's like you're basing everything on the money.
White household holds 84.2% of all wealth in America. The median net worth gap between white and black households in America is 10-1. So you're looking at roughly $250,000 versus $24,000 per household. Black women have attained so much educationally. Black women earn over 71% of all master's degrees awarded to black students. Even though she has such high earning potential, she may lack...
But white women still earn more degrees. Asian women actually also earn more degrees. I fail to see the benefit of white men getting with black women by her point of view.
The generational wealth, she may never be able to see and achieve her highest earning potential without someone who brings that capital and has generations that back them. So the white male partner for the black woman, they kind of sort out and cancel out each other's liabilities, which maximizes upward mobility. The merging of a black woman and a white man makes so much sense and being highly efficient in terms of merging capital and upward mobility in America. But that is not the same for...
Essentially, it's just beneficial for her, right? Because by her reasoning, a white man could just marry an Asian woman or a white woman, because a white woman or an Asian woman would out earn a black woman. They would have higher education than a black woman, or equal to a black woman, if not probably more. So that means, if that's the reason, you might as well just, get with an Asian woman or a white woman. Like, at least for the white man's side. Now, of course, I can see the benefit for her as a black woman. Okay, I get it. But the benefit for a white man, she didn't say in this video.
Hey, my name is Jordan. I made a video talking about how I think that black women and white men make sense together, at least more sense than black men and white women. And this is a thought I've had since a child, being raised with generational wealth and in a mixed race family, often being black women, white man. And I did not want to let these thoughts or this double standard that I understand is discriminatory go unchecked. So this is my second video. I have done extreme research on this and I will link my sources. This video is going to talk about the inverse of what I was calling a very effective asset merger, which is the black woman and white man. This is going to talk about the inverse and the coupling that I think is the most insecure and doesn't make sense. So we're going to be talking about the black man and the white woman together. This is cold, hard talking about assets. It's not talking about love. It's not dehumanizing any race or any couple by saying that they can't experience love. This is about relationship pairing that makes sense for success in America. The first video I made about the black woman, white man is about capital merging, and this one is really about...
Yes, she's not really talking about love. She's talking about success in America. But here's the thing. She's talking about success for black women. She's not talking about success for white men. Okay? In my opinion, it doesn't seem logically successful for white men, right? It doesn't seem like that. If she cares about, if she's talking about success, then white men might as well pair off with white women or Asian women.
Risk, and where that risk comes from,
I mean, this woman is purely, I guess she's going about it a business sense, but if you're talking about business sense, then in my opinion, why go with third best, right? Why go with third best when you could go with first or second, okay? White women or Asian women. I mean, by her logic, I'm saying by her logic, a business sense, then you might as well just get with women that are higher on the economic food chain than they are, right? Because that's what she's talking about, merging of assets. Well, Asian women and white women would have better assets than a black woman. Period. Plus, there's a chance where, Asian women and particularly white women would have, family, generational assets.
Originated this double standard as a kid that I've been living with. So it comes from what I am going to call deep-seated structural hostility. Emmett Till, 1955, this story has been like a historical tripwire and a latent threat that has been woven into interracial relationships in America, but specifically with white women and black men. And that's something that I cannot get out of my head and cannot be...
Because, they say that for interracial relationships, Asian wife with white husband is probably have one of the lowest dissolution rates. So,
extracted or ignored from this double standard that I've always had since a kid. The power of a white woman's accusation to trigger state violence against a black man. I am always like, this woman could say anything about this black man that she claims to love. All that goes out the door. He will face maximum penalty, whether it's true or not. Her word is such a sword and noose against him. It's not just historical. The data shows this fragility is still very real, especially in the justice system. Black defendants accused of unaliving white victims are 4 to 5 more times to get the unalive penalty. 4 to 5 times. In a domestic dispute, the white woman holds a unique power to weaponize police against her black partner. Some people call it the Karen dynamic or Karen effect. It's a structural power. This is something a black man has to face with the police and the justice system that black women is not as conscious for us. And when it comes to domestic disputes, black women, even if they are in a domestic dispute with a white man, even though he has white privilege and male privilege, in a domestic dispute, it is more favorable towards women, period. So there's also something called double rejection, which is about the lack of community support, family support that's going to come with scorn from both sides of the white woman and the black man's family, I would say that even white families are more progressive now to accepting a black partner than a black man's family. And community is extremely, extremely important. It's extremely important. It has shown up in numbers in the success and longevity of marriage. Having a support system that supports both sides of the union, it's seen as a betrayal in parts of the black community for a man especially to go out and date, especially a white woman, and obviously racism from the other side as well. So they're swimming against very different currents that actually work in the favor of a black woman, white man couple, and they're playing from completely different sets of rules, radically different. The black woman, white man pairing can be like strategic fortification in America. Remember, we're talking about specifically America. It minimizes legal risks and maximizes capital by merging their unique capital. But the black man, white woman pairing.
What black women, what capital black women have? She really didn't say. If she said education, well, other women outdo her, right? Other women would outdo her in education capital. I mean, I agree with her on when she talk about the whole domestic thing and the power that white women have with their voices. Now racial tension, Captain Palsy, my brother, what is up? I don't know. I mean, would you just, she's gibberish. She is gibberish. She's not quite, I mean, like, I can see the sense she's making with the black men and white women thing. I don't quite see the sense she made when she talks about, white men and black women.
Does the opposite statistically and maximizes legal risk and has to fight against violent currents of American history. And I believe it's like a structurally penalized relationship. The logic of the hierarchy is pretty unforgiving, and that leads us to this one last thought, which is about the soft life. So in my research that I was doing, the white male partner seems like he is able to offer the black woman what I would call protection dividend. Protection dividend is a reprieve, a break from the...
God. This video is just her video is just selfishness. What? It's like, what's the benefit for the man? It's like, it's only the benefit for her, right? Only the benefit for the woman.
Constant psychological tax of being a strong black woman in America. It's relief from a state of constant defense and survival, and like being a shield to her community and whatever. Achieving very, very high benchmarks with not a lot of help as well. Higher education and black women's statistics of being the most educated has allowed us to...
That's a lie. Black women are not the most educated, okay? Black women get the most degree out of all black women, right? I mean, black women out of all women of the past. That is it. Black women don't out degree white women or Asian women.
Really bridge out even in interracial relationships and kind of be at the forefront of breaking those stigmas that I feel like black men still maybe are a little behind on. Black men are facing kind of harder to break systemic racism, I would say. And not as many black men are prepared to give that soft life to a black woman. Not yet. So I think
the soft life, it's just money. This right here, right, is now the underlining thought process. Zyrax, what is up, my sister? This is the underlying thing what white men have to now think about when dating interracially. Is she with you for you, or with you for the economic mobility?
Hey, my name is Jordan. I've made 2 videos about how I think black women and white men make sense together, at least more than a black man and a white woman. And I am making my 3rd point about this. I have said this before, that I've always had this double standard, which I understand is discriminatory, and since I was a child, and I decided to look into this thought that I have and not let it go unchecked. And I wanted to bring it to this platform and open up a discussion. Something that I've said before and will preface again is that this is not about love. It's about the realities that relationships are asset mergers for different reasons, for existential reasons, but we're looking at America and what pairings get us highest, the fastest. And I believe that when we're talking about interracial between black and white, it's the black woman and white man. Even though interracial relationships across the world are more common, I am a product of many mixed race couplings in my family. Not all interracial pairings.
Yeah, she's a swirler, but she's talking about the kind of the double standard of she thinks white men, black women are a better pairing, are a good pairing, while white women and black men are not a good pairing. I mean, it's not like I don't agree with her on the reasoning why, you know, black men and white women might not be the best pairing. But in my opinion, when she talks about the pairing for white men and black women, it sounds like there's no benefit for the white man, right? The benefit you could get from dating a white woman, I mean, a black woman, you can get from dating a white woman or an Asian woman, right? All she said was education level. Well, Asian women and white women, you know, they out earn and they have higher education. More of them have higher education than black women.
Are equal in terms of social perception as well as purpose and power. In particular, black-white relationships show a marked gender asymmetry. Unions between black men and white women are roughly twice or more as prevalent as those between black women and white men. However, these differences between the purposes and the functions and the longevity of these relationships can be seen in socioeconomic factors, okay? We spoke about Emmett Till. We spoke about how his story is woven into the fabric of America and how white women still have the sword and the power to, whether telling the truth or lying, change a black man's life. And black male defendants who are accused.
You know, funny thing, right? My black baby mama, she wanted she wanted nice hair for her kids, which at the time it was cute, right? She wanted like a little bit of Asian genetics in the kids' hair, but it's also kind of racist, right? Kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. Black redneck, what is up, my brother? Dan, Russians has insane missiles. Their hypersonics are incredible. They even have nuclear powered missiles called. Here's my thing, okay? Whatever the Russians have, we have, but better. Period. Okay? Whatever the Russians have, Americans have, but better. Bro, Blasian. I have a son and a daughter, but that's like getting with it's baby mama issues, which is it's not the best either.
Of unaliving white victims are 4 to 5 times more likely to face the death penalty in America. There are higher rates for black men marrying white women. Black men marry outside their race, particularly with white women, at significantly higher rates than black women marry white men. However, their marriages don't last. Approximately 7% of all intermarried newlywed couples in 2015 in America were a black man with a white woman versus just 3% that were a white man with a black woman. So that means that black man, white women unions have historically been 2 to 3 more times common than the inverse. And because I know that people will comment snarky ideas of why this could be some contributing factors, explain why white man, black woman.
But you know, here's the thing: where by dating statistics, I mean, I think black men are more highly desired than black women. So, you know, it's not necessarily. This is a thing where you gotta think what's the value in, you know, men of other races marrying or dating black women.
women marriages are fewer. One is partner availability and preferences. Research shows Black women are genuinely
Oh, most definitely. Right? If a white man was saying this, he would be crucified.
less likely to outmarry than Black men, so go out of their race, in part due to beauty standards, cultural preferences in the marriage market. Black women often express a desire to marry Black men and maintain Black family units and values, which can make them more reluctant to seek and allow themselves to be pursued by non-Black partners. On the other side, demographic constraints, the Black population is smaller than the white population in America, mean that there are simply fewer Black women, white men couples relative to Black men, white women couples, just in terms of population and numbers. But
that don't make sense. Right? She said, she said, you know, what she just said is really doesn't make sense quite. She said, the Black population is smaller than the white population. So there are fewer, you know, white men, Black women couples, but why does it not equate to the Black men and white women coupling?
the Black woman marrying white men numbers have grown over time and are signaling gradual change, upward change. In my videos on this topic, I have brought up the story of Emmett Till and this segregationalist mindset, which is inescapable in America. And in this situation, a Black man supposedly crossed the racial sexual line when he was engaging with a white woman, 1955, and thus that was seen as an assault and freedom of intellect and speech and education, pursuit of all these things, that pursuing a white woman can sometimes be performative and out of rebellion. These interracial pairings do elicit different responses from the communities. I made in my first video, I spoke about how I believe that the Black man, white female union is less supported in their communities because of racism from both sides. And I believe that contributes to their extremely high.
That don't make sense, right? That don't make sense, because if a Black man, white woman union, you get a lot of racism from both sides. Why wouldn't you equally get racism when a white man and a, you know, thank you, brother. Is it windy in her city because her hairline blows all the way back? Bro, you're crazy. Yeah, it don't make sense that if it's a white man and a Black woman, you wouldn't get the same amount of racism.
Divorce rates being that they're facing such racism even within their families. But within Black communities, yeah, the two pairings elicit very different responses. Black women have voiced frustration about successful Black men choosing white partners, perceiving it as a snub to Black women. This has been a frequent topic in media, like Black media, Essence magazine, with letters lamenting, after all their struggles, why do Black men still prefer white women? Some Black men in turn have blamed it.
Why? The upward social mobility, right? You might as well use her reasoning. But in my opinion, okay, I think why Black men choose white women, particularly successful Black men, right, choose white women, is because of personality. Okay, even though Black women and white men are successful, right, they are a successful interracial coupling. They're not a common coupling, right? They're not common. So because their small amount seems successful, it doesn't mean that if made in a larger view, a larger scope, it would still be successful. Because honestly, Black women have the least marriage rates out of all races. So
on stereotypes, or taking up stereotypes that Black women are too demurring, white women are easygoing, whatever. Meanwhile, Black women who date white men may face accusations of disloyalty as well. It's so much less common than the other way around. Some Black women may say that the rarity of educated, successful Black men in America, because of that rarity, they have no choice but to go with white men, which is something that I spoke about in my first video, which is the reason why I would consider the black woman, white man relationship more powerful, upward mobility in America.
She literally gave no real explanation why it's more powerful. Okay. She gave it where it's more beneficial to the black woman, not that it's more powerful, right? I mean, yeah, maybe it's more powerful than comparing, black woman and a black man, but it's not more powerful for the white man. If he might as well marry a white woman or an Asian woman if you actually want more power, right? More economic power.
Being that black women are the most educated, and I believe that they hold the most master's degrees in America.
I don't believe that. Okay, so let's see, let's read. White women still holds more master's degrees. Let's see. Asian women have the highest percentage of individuals with bachelor's degrees or higher, okay, making them the most likely to have advanced degrees in population. Black women are often noted to having the most significant gains in educational attainment over time, earn the highest percentage of degrees within the black population. Again, black women have the highest master degrees in the black population, not in not in the racial groups.
At least they're the most educated in the black community, and
Yeah.
they have the most earning potential because of their education. And
Yeah, in the black community, black women don't have the highest earning potential out of all women. You have actually the lowest out of all women. Asian women would out earn you.
cultural power, and their economic power being that they hold the most purchasing power in America. And that has I've always known that. Like, my mom has told me that when I was a small child. I always held that when I was perceiving interracial relationships, that black women hold their own capital and white men hold their own capital. Something that is very interesting and also very concerning is that black and white marriages, regardless of the genders, who's black, who's white, they're often forged by individuals who are somewhat above average in resources or achievements, especially for the black partner, which may help them navigate potential biases. Black women who intermarry tend to be among the most educated and professionally established who marry white men, and black men in interracial marriages with white women often have higher education.
I mean, having purchasing power, okay, that includes black households, right? Not just black women. Now, Asian households have the highest median incomes out of all racial groups. It's just, I don't know, spending power. I don't know if I would say that's a big benefit.
Or income than their black peers. So this pairing contributes to decent socioeconomic outcomes for these couples in terms of upward mobility in America. Black women and white men having more success than the inverse, but black-white marriages are the most stable form of black-white union, while black husband-white-wife marriages face more challenges, okay, with gender and race and money. And longevity, they get divorced faster. But I don't think we're done with this conversation.
Okay, Real Rain said, within female groups, black women carry the highest average student loan debt, often due to some systemic factors like racial wealth. Okay, whatever. But yeah, black women carry the highest average student loan debt. That ain't amazing.
Hey, my name is Jordan. I've made 3 videos about how I think that black women and white men make sense in terms of marriage for capital merging and upward mobility in America, and how Black men and white women don't make sense. I've given prefaces and disclaimers in all of my videos, but just for you, if this is the first video that you're watching, I've had this double standard, discriminatory idea since I was a kid and learned about the Black woman's cultural capital and power being the most educated and also holding the most purchase power in America, and then knowing the power and the institutional backing and structure of white men, and how I thought that was a recipe for the American dream. I come from a mixed race family. Most of the mixed race pairings are Black women and white men, and I have one off the top of my head that is white woman, Black man. However, that is like my grandpa's like.
I have equal love for all. I have equal love for all, women of all races.
Fifth marriage. So today we're kind of summarizing all of this. Black women and white men occupy nearly opposite poles of the American social structure, so maybe you're wondering why I think that their pairing is the most successful for upward mobility and generational wealth and education. But Black women as a group have had tremendous strides in education, have significant consumer and community influence. They still contend with economic and social disadvantages because of gender and race, while white men remain the benchmark for institutional power and wealth despite increasing diversity everywhere. These realities color the context of Black woman, white.
Maybe, you know, if you want, right? When we eventually do the our trip together, right? All of us, the community, you can vote for, any Latin country.
Men and Black man, white woman pairings. A union between a Black woman and white man can be seen through a lens of complementary strengths, which is where I feel the most educated female group joining the most powerful male group. Of course,
again, Black women are not the most educated female group. White women are number one. Asian women are number two. I think Hispanic women. No, maybe not Hispanic women. I think Black women are number three.
most individuals in interracial relationships are motivated by personal affection and shared values, but I'm talking about calculated mergers here. Black-white interracial relationships sit at the intersection of race, gender, and power in America. No doubt about it. The data shows clear differences in the dynamics and prevalence of the two pairings, so the Black woman, white male, Black male, white woman. We see
for them is like such a low amount of women.
Through data an unfortunate reality, which is that the most educated of the Black community has more likelihood to marry a white partner. Black women who are the most educated and have the highest earning potential within the Black community are more likely to marry outside of their race, and Black men who are doing well financially are way more likely to marry outside of their race. And when they do marry outside of their race, it's with a white woman. Even in the understanding and the context that Black men, white women pairings are much more common, they face really, really terrible, staggering divorce rates. And the Black woman, white male divorce rates are at or slightly below divorce rates for just white and white pairings. While Black men and white women still are dealing with the echoes of Emmett Till and power of white men shape this coupling to be very, very successful. Black women approach relationships as the most educated group in the country with growing economic sway and power, purchasing power, while white men carry the privileges of a group that is still holding this nation. It is essential to approach this understanding. I would appreciate that you guys approach this research knowing that I'm not talking about love, I'm talking about relationships being a vehicle for capital merging.
Very transactional, right? I think it's weak. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that great. But this kind of mindset, right? Women with this kind of mindset, do you think that they're highly desirable? She's a pretty woman, right? She's a pretty woman. But to be honest, women with this kind of mindset, I don't know if that's great. But let's see what... I like this video too, what she made.
Happy holidays. I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about what a good man is, and I got the expected response. Super rare. It is super rare, okay? But also, a lot of women were saying, yes, this checks off. I'm so happy to be with a good man. So I want to give you more details on who the good man really, really is. Someone being nice is a baseline social function. It doesn't showcase whether someone is a virtue or whether they really meet your standards. So we're not looking at a nice guy. If you want,
I'm probably gonna do this as a separate video, but again, this is the problem with a lot of women, right? They want a man that has the total package, right? They want a man that has the total package. So you want a good man, but you want a man that will give you socio-economic stability or mobility. Great. Good luck. This is kind of why black women as a whole have the lowest marriage rates out of all groups. So I'll probably do this video, another video. So, talking about what this type of woman thinks is a good man, but this is the insanity. Women like this will find it hard to find a good man because honestly, how they look at it, finding a perfect man will be your downfall. So I just wanted kind of a little bit of it, because it's kind of the delusion of so many women, right? So, yeah. Oh, I agree. I'd rather have a 3 that elevates me than a 9 that makes me miserable. 100% agree. I'd rather have someone that is not, that high level of attraction, but she makes me, she actually cares. Yeah. And this is a thing where women have made relationships so shallow, right? You would think that since women have gained so much freedom, equality, okay, they would move past how transactional, how shallow relationships could be. But with more freedoms, more less shackles, they are just as shallow as men, or as the men that they complain about. They create and perpetuate transactional relationships. So this one will talk about looks, right? The other woman talks about money. Well, now we're talking about looks. So let's check these videos out.
Anthony Joshua was a wake-up call for men. All of the men who used to run around talking about women don't care about looks. Women don't care about looks. Yes, they do. And you're getting to see it firsthand how much they do. Kevin Samuels tried to tell y'all. I told y'all. A lot of people have told you sexual attraction is the best attraction that you can get from a woman. A woman actually desiring you outside of anything that you can do for her financially. Yeah, that's the type of desirability that you would want from a woman. No matter how much y'all get online and lie and act as if you're not bothered by the fact that you got to pay to play, you absolutely are. Because nobody would be happy to know that the person that they with is only with them for the benefits that they can get financially. And that they don't desire you whatsoever. They don't find you physically attractive whatsoever. They have to convince themselves to deal with you based off the things that you can do for them. The lifestyle that you can provide for them. And you know that if you take that away, you don't even have them no more. Buying somebody's love will never be a flex. It's absolutely pathetic and sad, honestly. Y'all set up and let a bunch of undesirable podcasters tell you, women don't care about looks. Just get your money up. Just get your money up. They taught y'all how to be suckers. They taught y'all how to be finessed. That's what they did. You so stupid. You so stupid to really have believed that. To think women was blind. You think women ain't got no eyes? Don't nobody just want to be with somebody that's ugly. Right? People will do it to get things to benefit them, but nobody deep down in their heart is wanting that. They not. And I've seen all of that frustration coming out in my comment section now that y'all having to face the reality and see for yourself just how important that sexual desirability is, and that money can't even compare to it. Not at all. Anthony Josh.
No man, right? Not in reality, is telling other men that women don't care about men's looks. It is women, right? It has been women who say, no, women care about who you are, right? It's women who shoots out that BS. Men know it. Like, you see it, like, men have created a community, looks maxing, right? That's a community that men created because of shit like this. Men know that women care about looks. Men do. There was a study a while back, right? There was a study a while back, I think a small group study, where they were gauging attraction, right? For what women are attracted to, what men are attracted to. That study found out that men are actually attracted to, a woman's money more than they thought about women's looks. And women were actually attracted to men's looks than, compared to men's money. No duh, right? But here's the thing where men also know that he can compensate that with other things like personality, his height, his wealth, right? There's other ways, but men know it. Men sometimes I guess men will fool themselves into thinking that, she's with him for other things, right? That she's actually like him. But men deep down know that she's not into you. She's not attracted to you. And I've said this before, right? I've said that I think a lot of women are going on dates with men that they're not attracted to. Now, they're giving men the chance to change their mind, but they're not into these men, okay? A lot of men know this. And again, that newest, what is it, Caligula, right? Literally, he's basing his career purely on what the thing she said. And men do know it. Yeah, I don't care if she's attracted to me. I mean, to be honest, it's like, I guess I wouldn't care if she's attracted to me. I care about how she treats me, right? If she treats me like she's not attracted to me, then I care about that more.
Sure was a wake-up call for men. All of the men who used to run around talking about women don't care about looks. Women don't care about looks.
No. Men knew that. Men do know that. Okay. Men knew that women care about looks. But men also, like I said, men also knew that he can compensate it with money. Okay. Now, this is a thing where I don't agree to none of that. Okay. If she's not attracted to you, if she doesn't want you, you might as well not deal with her, right? I'd rather not get with a woman that thinks she's settling. I've said this countless times before. Don't get with a woman that will settle for you, right? Settle for you because you're ugly but with money, or settle for you because you're attractive but no money. Don't get with a woman that will settle for you. Yeah, she likes me as a human. Yep.
Yes, they do. And you're getting to see it firsthand how much they do. Kevin Samuels tried to tell y'all. I told y'all a lot.
I mean, this is the thing where this is also a problem, okay? Yes, it is understandable about your looks. But guess what? Kevin Samuel also said that don't be surprised that he exercised his options, right? A good-looking man, a wealthy man, okay? A high-value man. Guess what? Don't be surprised that you got a high-value man. He is, executing his options. All right? Again, top-tier men are rarely ever monogamous men.
A lot of people have told you sexual attraction is the best attraction that you can get from a woman. A woman actually desiring you outside of anything that you can do for her financially, yeah, that's the time.
But here's also the thing, right? Sexual attraction is honestly, in my opinion, probably the more unrealistic, right, attraction, because by dating statistics, most women find most men unattractive. Plain and simple, okay? Now, you can also compete, right? The men that are looks maxing, these are the women that also complain that men focus on their looks, right? Sassy men. Men that focus on their looks, guess what? Those men are players. Men that focus on their looks are players. You want those men, but do you think Anthony Joshua is the type of man that's not, he doesn't have dozens of women clamoring to be with him?
Type of desirability that you would want from a woman. No matter how much y'all get online and lie and act as if you're not bothered by the fact that you got to pay to play, you absolutely are. Because nobody would be happy to know that the person that they with is only with them for the benefits that they can get financially. And that they don't desire you whatsoever. They don't find you physically attractive whatsoever. They have to convince themselves to deal with you based off the things that you can do for them, the lifestyle that you can provide for them. And you know that if you take that away, you don't even have them no more. Buying somebody's love will never be a flex. It's absolutely pathetic and sad, honestly. Y'all set up and let a bunch of undesirable podcasters tell you, women don't care about looks. Just get your money up. Just get your money up. They taught y'all how to be suckers. They taught y'all how to be finessed. That's what they did. You so stupid. You so stupid to really have believed that.
Men don't believe that. Men know that, this is a thing where men know that women are shallow. Men know that. Men know that women want your money. They care about your looks. They care about your height. They care about your charm. Men know it. Men know that women are shallow. They do. Now, men want to fool themselves into thinking that women would actually love them for their personality, but men know better. The only way that they can stand it is that they will fool themselves. But let's be honest, men do know.
To think women was blind? I think women ain't got no eyes. Don't nobody just want to be with somebody that's ugly. People will do it to get things to benefit them, but nobody deep down in their heart is wanting that. They not. And I've seen all of that frustration coming out in my comment section now that y'all having to face the reality and see for yourself just how important that sexual desirability is, and that money can't even compare to it. Not at all. Anthony Joshua was a...
And guess what, right? Men like this, he said it, money is not the issue. Right? Money just looks. Guess what type of men shit like this produce? Right? Guess what type of men things like this produce? All you care about is looks, right? Looks is so important. Okay.
How y'all doing, man? It's for the ladies, man. I'm Savon, I'm 27. So just because I'm homeless, I can't wake up to I can't wake up to no plate of food. I can't get no back rubs. I can't get no foot rubs. I can't get catered to. I can't get no kisses. I can't get no affection. I can't give out no back shots. Just because I'm homeless. Just because I'm homeless, man. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve peace. I don't deserve a smile. Just because I'm homeless. People making death threats about me because I'm homeless and I just want some love, man. Where the real women at? Back me up, man. We're the ones who loyal, who the good women, man. Who see the potential in a man. Why y'all gotta dog me out? What I do? Damn. End of the day, man, I know I got problems. I know I got heart problems. I know I got blood clots. I know I'm currently homeless. I know I might not have no money in my pocket. But I got a heart, man. And I show love, and I'm very affectionate, man. I'm gonna give me a good woman, man. Y'all say I gotta get a white woman. It's cool. I like white women, too. I like good women, man. So, hey, it is what it is. How y'all doing, man?
Now, I'm not saying this man is any particularly good looking, but this is the problem, right? When in your mind you think about shallowness, well, again, okay, this man who's homeless out here asking women for love. Okay. Trying to what is it? I don't know. What do I say? Garner, I mean, just, I don't know. See if women would focus on shallowness, okay? Shallowness to get with a man like this. Which, okay.
It's gonna be mad haters in the comments. How y'all doing? My name is Savon. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, originally. Currently homeless, and I just want to say I'm looking for someone who's loyal, who could just be there for me through the times I'm going through and stick with me. If you can, reach out. I'm willing to travel or anything. I currently deal with a couple health problems, which is pulmonary embolism, and I deal with heart problems. And I take medication for that. And I like to work out. My goal is to be a content creator and to be a businessman and to be a motivational speaker and to make money helping people. Basically helping others. I want to make content helping others. That's one of my main goals, is to get money so I can help others. So reach out. I appreciate it. And for anybody who don't have family through the holidays, you're not the only one, man. Just pray. We're going to get through it together. Much love.
Now, I always give things with a grain of salt, but, probably, it could be true, right? He could be homeless and trying to beg women for love. But again, this is the thing where you talk about, right? You want to say, oh, men, women only care about looks, or women think looks are important. Okay. Then, men won't. This is the thing where women think everything. Women want a perfect man. Okay. So, and then you get stupid men like this. This is the problem. Okay. This is the problem we have this is the loser of a man. But this is also the thing where you have to understand that it's hard, in my opinion, to find a man with everything, right? A man with every attribute that you would want. You want a man that's good looking? Okay. But don't be surprised you get a good looking man that's a bum. Don't be surprised that you get a good looking man that has a rap sheet, right? That's a criminal. There was what is it? Like that Wade Wilson guy. Plenty of women thought he was good looking. The man killed 2 of his girlfriends.
How y'all doing? I'm Savon. I'm a 27-year-old young man. I'm looking for a place to stay, preferably a woman I want to live with. Please reach out. I'm currently dealing with a few health problems as far as heart failure, having blood clots. And
this is the problem, right? This kid is like in his 20s, right? This guy's in his 20s. And he's using social media to beg women for love and for help. This is the problem where we have men that don't focus on themselves, okay? Inside, all right? They don't focus on themselves inside. There's no perfect man. There's no perfect human, 100%. So this is why we constantly talk about, women say, looks or money and stuff like that. This is the problem. You just got to be the best version of yourself. Okay. I don't understand why women don't focus on character, personality. Okay. A man that wants to be his best. Okay. But he doesn't need to be perfect. He doesn't necessarily need to be high value, just the best he could be. That is it.
I'm in the hospital right now. I'm admitted I'll be out in a day or so if you could reach out, get with me. Another thing, of course, I'm going through a lot in my life right now. So this is for the people who I attract, the people who want to be loyal to somebody, people who want to love, who want to build a friendship and whatever furthermore, if it's possible. I fuck with loyal people. I fuck with who fuck with me. How y'all doing, man? It's for the ladies, but I'm Savon, I'm 27. So just because I'm homeless, I can't wake up to No. I can't wake up to no plate of food. I can't get no back rubs. I can't get no foot rubs. I can't get catered to.
No, 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 and fuck no.
Affection. I can't give out no back shots. Just because I'm homeless. Just because.
What's crazy is that you're answering your own questions, but yet you're still asking them. If 1 + 1 is 2, like, I don't know if this man is, like, doing this as a skit or if he's really, like, for real. Ladies, lock your doors, okay? Hide your car keys, all right?
How many women, okay, get with a good-looking bum? Particularly black women. They get with, I mean, like, I've talked to quite a few black women. A lot of them say they got what the men, the baby daddies they got with, the men they slept with, they were bums. They got with them because they were good looking. Okay? A lot of these women get with these men purely because of their looks and talking game. Right? I mean, like the first woman said, oh, the looks. Women care about looks. No, duh. We see it every day. The men that can have multiple baby mamas, guess what? He got with these women because of his looks and his talking game. Plenty of women are getting with men based on looks. And guess what the results you're getting? You're not getting with men based on his characters, his moralities, his personality. No, you're getting with men based on superficiality. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? You will get the results you're getting. Okay? Whole bunch of baby mamas, no marriages, broken relationships. You're getting with bums. Right? Men purely based on looks.
Turn the lights off, okay? Turn the lights off, close the blinds. If you hear a knock on that motherfucking door, bitch, do not open. Why the fuck would I want any nigga coming up and hitting my motherfucking shit in my bed, disturbing my motherfucking peace? Heavy on disturbing my peace. And you don't have a fuck ass thing to offer me, but some dick.
There are a lot of women, right, that get with bums. I'm telling you, like I said, okay, most women find most men unattractive, right? Most women find most men unattractive, okay? Plain and simple. The men that women do find attractive, he's attractive. Why does he need to be a high value man? Why does he need to make 6 figures? Right? Women will drop their drawers for an attractive man, even if he's a bum.
Huh? Why the fuck would I cater to somebody who don't have shit to offer to me? Why the fuck would I be submissive to a motherfucker that's not giving me shit to submit to? Like, I don't know what's more scary, a man like that or a gorilla. They look the same to me. I would never let you think it's okay to live off no woman, okay? I would never let you think that it's okay for women to just cater to you and do this and do that and do boom, ba boom, ba boom, and you're not doing a fuck ass thing.
Women do it every day.
That homeless man talking about he deserves head in the morning and a home-cooked meal and a girl who loves him is so common, even in men who are not homeless. A man will do 0 and expect 1,000. I'm sorry, because that man is reminding me of my father. My father has over 10 kids, has never had a car, has never had a driver's license, has nothing in his name to my knowledge, and has the nerve to feel entitled to everything of the woman that he's with. My mother was 17 and bought him a car. The cycle continues because he's charismatic. He's attractive. I mean, look at me, look at the material. But it's just frustrating that men can get away with what is so vile, and then they still want to be the superior sex. They still want to provide what exactly? Because even with a paycheck, bitch, that homeless
Exhibit A, right? She said it, right? This bum of a man was attractive, was charismatic. 10 kids, multiple baby mamas. He got a 17-year-old to buy him a car. 17-year-old, a young woman, to buy him a car because he was good looking and charismatic. Or he's a bum. And literally, she's proving the point. She's proving the point. Right? Women get with bums all the time. Women get with bums all the time. And this is the problem. Women get with bums and then they blame all men on it, right? You chose the bum, and because you're hurt, because you're traumatized, you blame all men. You blame all men because of your stupid choices. Yeah, that dude was a pimp. Like literally 10 kids, multiple baby mamas, got a young girl to buy him a car. What man can get, seriously, that's not common. Right? That's not common. It's not common for men to have 10 kids. It's not common for men to be able to get a woman to buy him shit. Okay? Women would rather give men their bodies before they all give men their money. Right? So to get money out of a woman, you have to be good looking. Right? You have to be good looking. You have to be charming. To get money out of a woman? Seriously? An exhibit A. Right? Her mom, multiple women, got with the bum, all right, because he was good looking and charming. And then, the first woman said, oh, women care about looks. No fucking duh. Right? But this is the problem, right? Women that care about looks get used. Men that care about looks will get used as well. On this channel, I've said this plenty of times before. I do not promote being shallow. Now, yeah, get with a woman that you're attracted to. I agree. But there's got to be more to it, right? I've said this before. Shallow problems will come. Shallow standards will come with shallow problems, all right? They will use you and abuse you. Plain and simple. Shallow people, all right? People that fit your shallowness, they will use you and abuse you. Yeah, you gotta be charming, okay? You gotta be charming. Definitely charming.
Yesterday, a man told me that he wanted me to take his number and reach out to him to take me out. And I said, I don't believe in that. Like, if you want to take me out, then you take my number, reach out to me and ask me. Are men okay? Like, where has the plot gone? I'm sorry. I didn't know you were the babe. I did not know you were the babe in the situation. Because what? Yesterday,
shows you that women like this, the man she was talking to, she's not attracted to. And this is a thing, okay? Men that women are not attracted to, they have rules for. The men you are attracted to, the men that women are attracted to, doesn't even matter if he's a bum. It doesn't even matter if he's a bum.
Y'all making fun of this man for being 27, homeless, and looking for love. But let's be honest, there's a couple females in his DMs right now. I know some girls who take him in a heartbeat. They probably be in his DMs right now like, oh, let me change your life, baby. You know. Where there's a homeless man, there's a lonely bitch. That's just natural selection. There's nothing we can do about that. Probably one of y'all aunties. I hadn't had a boyfriend since like the 80s. You should check in on her. Ask her how's it going. Y'all making fun of this man.
100%. 100%. Again, women that... This is a thing where these are kind of topics that I've said that it's no different, right? Women can be simps too, right? Women can be simps too, okay? It is definitely, again, this is why, like the first woman said, right? You care about looks? Okay. You will get the same problems when men care about looks. For the women I've dated, now, it's not like I have a great success rate, but I've only dated I've only had 4 girlfriends, okay? And like my dating history is weird, right? Only one I truly had problems with. The other 3 was my fault, right? And the other 3 was kind of my fault, or one was kind of both, right? 2 was my fault. 1 was kind of both. One was her fault, in my opinion. So, but I think in general, focusing on personality is the way to go. Okay. Looks is important. I'm not saying looks don't matter, but personality matters more, right? Personality matters more, in my opinion. But when you focus on shallow traits, you're going to get some problems. You're definitely going to get some problems. Yes, I'm telling you, a woman that is into you, she will simp for crazy. She will simp like crazy. Women that are attracted to you, she will simp. She will definitely simp for crazy. I'm in monk mode. The hassles and dangers are not worth the risk anymore. I agree, right? I agree. As time goes on, it's not really worth it. Definitely not worth it. So I definitely understand. All right, let's do some more videos. So, this is more selfishness of women. Eddie was streaming American Pimp in. Yeah, everybody in here needs to watch that movie. American Pimp. I've seen a little bit of it. I think, or have I not? Oh, it's a documentary? I haven't seen it. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, join the Discord. Join the Discord. It's a great community. Right? It's a great community. So, I have a couple of videos. This one is a pretty interesting one. My husband loved my long hair. It was to my booty. Now I have it cut all off. Watch his soul leave his body.
Looks good. It looks good. It really does.
That's a man that loves his wife. And that's a wife that doesn't love her man. Right? She did it just to hurt him. Yes. She did it just to hurt him. She did it for content. That is a man that loves his wife. This is a woman that doesn't love her husband. Okay? You don't mind hurting your husband. You don't mind. You don't mind. This is why a lot of men are they don't. What's the point? What's the point of love? What's the point of marriage? Right? What's the point? You see the sadness in his face. That gives you joy. That gives you joy that you know that what you're doing would like deter him. Because I think this thing, it just shows you how little care you have for your man. Right? You can see his face. He knows that. What is he gonna do? Right? He's not gonna call it ugly or anything. He's just gonna have to take it. This is the thing where a lot of men just have to take it. He's a sucker. All right? He's like, that's the thing when he has to take it. I agree. It is his fault, right? He is fine with this level of disrespect, right? Disrespect in the relationship. He's fine with it. Imagine you doing something that a woman wouldn't love, right? You do something that she wouldn't love. God forbid, right? You do something that a woman wouldn't love. everyone would chastise him. Oh, leave him, leave him. He's a terrible husband. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't love you. But hey, a woman doing something that a man doesn't love, it's just, it is what it is. He has to accept it. That's the selfishness of modern day relationships right there, of modern day women. Women have become so insanely selfish. It is tiring. It really is. It's sad.
For the first time, possibly in history, women are admitting they want daughters, not sons. Having a son is seen as an extreme burden to women around the world. You are expected to birth them, educate them, and shield them from conditioning from other boys. All this without acknowledgement. In fact, that very same son may grow up to take his mother's rights away. Women globally are reaching a line of contention, refusing to give birth to life that may become a weapon against them, against other women. This is why movements like 4B exist. Women are refusing to birth their own oppressors. In fact, they are liberating themselves from a life of suffering. Sons are no longer the standard. Daughters are. For the first time, possibly in history, women
are selfish and they are miserable. Women are miserable human beings. Miserable human beings. Imagine being this woman's son. God forbid this miserable ass woman has a son. God forbid. Right? I love long hair on a woman. Yeah, I love long hair on a woman. But women are so miserable. They care about themselves. They're selfish. And they're just miserable people. And you know what? Controversially, you wonder why there's a rise in trans women. I mean, this could be some kind of a, poisoning women are doing, okay? Trying to make boys into girls. So this is the danger, right? The lady is just talking about breeding herself out. The standard has always been women. I mean, yeah. But this is the thing where it's just, things like this is just sad. And all these videos, right? I have hundreds of videos just showing how miserable modern day women are. You know what? If I had a son, I'll still send my son to jiu-jitsu. Okay? I think jiu-jitsu, some kind of program, sport is good for, I think it's good for, young boys. Boxing, football, any kind of athletic thing is good for, good for boys. So, I think it's good. But this is just sad. But again, this is the thing where we are. That's good. I think it's a good thing. Okay. I think that's great. I did a bit of karate when I was young. I did a little bit of karate when I was young, so I think it's a good discipline. I think it's a good discipline. But it's just, this is the thing where we have a growing group of women, okay, that are so disgusting, disdainful. They're so hateful. Because imagine this, right? This woman had to get with a man, or generally got with a man to create a child. And now you got with a man, so that was okay. But it's not good that you have a son. Women like this is disgusting.
So she has documents stating something, right? Saying that she has the holidays, let's say it's today, right? And she's supposed to have her child. If she doesn't have her child, and let's say you don't release her,
Now it's just out, right? Now it's out.
she's able to go to the magistrate to get a violation if there is a violation.
There is no order in place. There is no court order in place.
I have a question. My question is there anything she can do right now to make me share my son with her legally?
I mean,
With the way, if I just say, hey.
now, so this is what I don't want. So if she has paperwork for it, right, and you're refusing to give your child,
That's different. Yeah,
I can't rip the
I will not violate law, but I will look for. I will always look for something interest. That's all I'm
so
saying.
I can't rip the child away from the house. But if there is an order and she does go get a warrant for it, then my hands are.
I can do right now.
But
We don't need to do for Jeremiah's sake. He's 9 years old.
You could have stayed at home. We could have brought him home for his sake. You caused the whole scene. You drove 2 states away.
We can have conversation. Listen to me. We can have.
Oh, she playing all calm and wicked. You listen to them audio recordings.
Please don't activate, please.
I want to activate her because I want her to get out of character. While she's sitting there playing, oh my God. So why did you drive all the way up here to cause this scene in front of your son?
I just want to say, hello, yo. I want to say one thing. I want to say, yo, you listen, I'm flipping out. I listen.
Ain't no matter hollering going on. You drove 5 hours.
Don't
say nothing else to her.
Please. That's all I'm asking. Okay.
Women don't, right? Again, they're using kids as pawns, right? Pawns for their insanity. I showed the last woman, right? The last woman, you want girls for whatever, crazy ass pawn you have in life, right? You want to pass down your crazy ideologies to your daughter. Now you have this woman, right? Going to different states to get her kid when it's under the father's care. Right?
You stand here and will listen to what Jeremiah say. I don't have no problem with nothing. But I want okay, come in. Then, come on, Jeremiah. Come talk to him out. Come on.
Jeremiah.
If you would have just let him talk to me earlier
No.
when I asked
You claim that I have said him.
Would y'all like to come right here because there's a lot of people standing.
And all of this is unnecessary.
You understand?
You driving 5 hours.
You're not done. Put your socks on, okay?
He was trying to eat when you got here.
Put your socks.
Wow, look at how much the dad is shaking.
Go ahead.
He lives. I am the oldest grandmother.
Okay, so you and who are you? Sir?
That is my grandson. That is my son.
Okay. Is this a conversation that you can have out here with the children, or does everybody?
Well, I need her.
Okay.
You want me to come home?
Passing my coat. Passing my coat.
Somebody text me, please.
Take this.
Come on. So, real quick, so I can reiterate it for you as well. I can't forcibly take this child out of your home. But if
I would like her to listen to what she has to say.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Let the officer talk. Let the officer
But
talk.
if there is paperwork, right? She has paperwork. And saying that she has him today. She can go get a warrant if you refuse to give the child, but I cannot forcibly take your child from you.
Excuse me, can I ask a question? Don't that paperwork have to be court ordered?
Yes, it has
There's no court order paperwork, so she wasting all y'all time.
Okay, first of all, you still don't belong out here. She has nothing to do with the situation.
You caused confusion in my house. You drove 5 hours to my house. You drove 5-6 hours to my house because you ain't want to act right. And he was safe and sound.
You stop.
Where did you get this paperwork?
We signed paperwork together, him and I. Just what our agreement was and we were doing with him. Jeremiah lives with me. In South Carolina. But he came to get him for a visit.
So nothing has been gone through court?
No, this is our agreements on what we have and what we're doing for Jeremiah.
So now it's good, obviously, if y'all can figure it out by yourselves. But there's nothing that the police can do to enforce anything unless it's court order.
Okay, that's fine.
So if that's something
Do
that
you
y'all
need
would
me
like
to
to go
go
is
and
go
get
through court,
the?
that would make it something.
She
that
can't get a warrant
But if
until
it's
the
not
court order has been
and
ordered.
there's no.
I just want to let her know she can't threaten him.
Please stop
There's nothing that
recording
would
this.
There's
This
nothing
is
that we
not.
can do.
Okay,
She has every right to record, but you need to stop addressing her. Don't worry about it. We're having a conversation here.
Okay.
Ignore.
So again, like I said, I recommend to all families, if there is a custody thing, I would recommend going through the courts just because it kind of is a fallback, right?
Okay.
So if you violate something,
This is not even about the kid, right? How is this about the kid? When, honestly, do you think the kid was having a bad time with his father?
if you violate something and it's something that we can handle, But right now, because it's not court ordered, there's nothing that we can do with the child unless he was in danger, as in like just like there was proof of harm or something like that. Does that make sense between both of you?
Okay.
Okay.
So what would you like to talk about?
When your mom was putting me in the room.
Okay, let him talk. Stop time with him.
Or I can pull up the
Okay,
video.
nobody- Let him talk.
It's his turn. Talk about it.
Stop
Okay,
crying,
ma'am.
honey.
You wanna talk over here with me?
You don't have to be upset.
You want to talk
You
to the
know
officer?
that, hang on. You know that I don't have a problem with you visiting your dad. Remember?
Do you want to
All
come
of
speak
the
with me?
stuff
No,
that
no,
we're
no,
talking
no,
about.
no,
You
no,
okay?
don't come up so
Okay,
fast.
that's
Come
fine.
here. Do you want to come speak with me over here?
You can talk to her.
Okay, you want to go over here? Let's go over here.
Excuse me.
What? This is absolutely needless. This is a thing where I've dealt with this kind of thing, right? Where women will use the children as pawns. Okay, women will. This is the thing where women always think that they know what's best for children, right? Women always think that, and society always. This is why I always want to break that propaganda. We constantly make it seem like women are always the one to know what's best.
You know that you're not in any kind of trouble. And you're never in any kind of trouble. You and I talk all the time. I know that this is a new situation for you, and I have no problem with you in front of everybody here visiting your dad. Remember, I told him you're out of school at the end of the month for January. You're out of school for a week in December. Those things were talked about. You were there and you were there. I don't have a problem with you visiting. What I had a problem with this time is you not communicating, not letting me talk to him, and I don't know what's going on. You're 5 hours away. This is the first time he's ever been away from me.
And that's the problem.
And it's the...
Okay. You think so? All right. Is this a conversation that y'all think you could finish later, or is this something that we need to do right this second in front of?
Well, my thing is, I want to solve every issue that came up, because the issue that came up was the fact that why he didn't want to leave in the first place. That was my issue.
I'm sure he's having fun. You're having a good time. And that's
Yeah, he
fine.
said
Just
that
like
he
when
loves you, and he
Jaden
said that he
came to
loves his
visit
mom.
us. He had a
But then
good
I don't like
time,
the
Kent. It's okay.
I think there's need more than that, because I don't like the fact that I should be able to stand there while you're talking to him.
Okay,
And the
when
only
you
thing,
spoke,
the only thing, I don't like that. Then he had like,
when
he
you were
couldn't say why.
screaming, she's
You
screaming
weren't
on the
yelling, I was
phone.
dead right, and I said I was listening. You said get away from the phone. Get away from the phone. Oh, I want to pick him up. What kind of threat is that?
I said
You said get away from
that
the phone.
was after you hung
No,
up.
no, don't worry about it. You say that for court. You say that for
I'm
court.
recording. I got a whole recording where you talk to him. And
I have a-
everything.
I also don't think this is good. It's not
I
in
don't-
front
No,
of
I
him.
have a question.
But
Can we
that's why
return
we
him
don't
home like we
need
intended
to-
to?
No,
Nobody
he
ain't
just said
planning
he
on
wants
keeping
to go
him.
home.
So that's
listen,
something that
home.
Jeremiah said he wants
I
to
just
go
want
home.
to say that that's fine.
All right.
I just wanted to let you know that the reason why you were talking to me, he did not want to call you. And then he said, I said, oh, you want somebody? He said, I thought she gonna make me call her. He didn't want to call you yet.
And him and I can talk about
I'm not
that.
trying to be that.
But Ken, going this route
I'm
of
gonna
it
go with
is
him
not
always.
good. No, this is not going with him. I didn't call you 100 times. In 6 hours, I asked you 3 times if he was okay.
Why did you need? This is the thing where it's like women think that, okay, if a child is with their dad, a child's going to something bad is going to happen to that child, right? But yet, when under the mother's care, automatically that child is going to be in the best situation ever. But statistically, children have actually in a single mother household, they're not as well off. Okay, this is the problem. We create a society where we think that women are automatically good, men are automatically bad. And you can see what's the problem with that kind of mindset, right? It's a dangerous, unhealthy mindset. Automatically, mother are good. Automatically, fathers are bad. That is the problem. That is the propaganda that I want to fight against, right? That is the propaganda that I want to fight against. We constantly put this out. Why would you, as a mother, need to know every minute, every second, every hour what your child is doing? You don't, right? You don't. It's ridiculous. But this is the thing where, in all honesty, right? Women like this, they have nothing but their children, right? They have, and a lot of times women put so much pressure on the child to be their everything, and you see what it gets you. This is the problem with like a lot of modern day women's.
He melted in 6 whole hours.
He has whole suitcases inside. He put them outside.
Again, this is the selfishness of women, right? Modern day selfishness.
Men want a family for the sake of male validation. Here's my unpopular opinion. They want a wife, they want kids, and they want the family unit, not because they really like those things, but because they want to impress other men. I think when you have all of those things, it kind of elevates your status as a man. Not only does it elevate your status in society, it also elevates your status socially among other men. I think this is like the ultimate status symbol for men, showing that they made it in life. I think men really like the idea and aesthetic of having a family, but they also don't want to take an active role in raising kids, for example, and they want to be as passive as possible. Men want a family for the sake of male validation.
You know, I think it's funny. The men that are at the pinnacle of society are usually men that aren't married, right? Usually men that are at the pinnacle of society are not really married men, or the marriage is not that important, and men don't care that other men are married like that. Now, I kind of agree that yes, having stability, right, a marriage, does have its benefits in the social image, right? You're more trustworthy, but it doesn't mean that you're a high value man, right? That you're married. In my opinion, men more admire objects, his wealth, his how many women he has, right? Or the caliber of women he could get. Not necessarily that he's married. Right? Men don't give a shit. Men don't care if other men are married. Okay? Men don't care. So women like this is just honestly kind of ridiculous. Now, I think for validation, everyone do shit for validation, right? Women do so many things for validation. Let's be honest. I have hundreds of videos that can give you proof of that. People do shit for validation. Period. Women do things for validation. Men can do things for validation. So ideology like this is honestly disingenuous. That you don't think that people in general do shit for validation. So I think this is kind of idiotic, in my opinion. So. I hate when parents use kids as pawns for their disagreement. I agree. I really think that's stupid. Right? I honestly think it's idiotic that, you know, that, you know, they use kids to kind of, I don't know, get their point across or manipulate or, I don't know, just push some kind of agenda, right? I think that's always stupid, always idiotic. But women are constantly allowed to do it. So I think it's ridiculous.
Are you nervous?
Okay, so this is a video that I just saw today, and I wanted to kind of talk about. I hold women accountable plenty, okay? I was just holding that homeless man accountable for begging for women, right? Begging for love when you are pretty much like, you know, bottom of the barrel man. But, you know, we also have plenty of, honestly, spineless men, weak ass men, right? Men that are doormats, men that are spineless. So I think this video pretty much kind of shows that. So let's check this one out, right? Yo, Omni Man, how was your holidays? How was New Year's and Christmas? Hope you had a good holiday, my brother. Statistics say children do better being raised by single fathers. Yes, I mean if you compare, statistics show that two-parent household is the best, then single father households and single mother households are at the bottom. All right, so yeah, let's check this out.
Are you nervous?
What,
Okay, guys, as promised.
what's going on?
So, you know, the first week I got down here.
Yeah?
So, you know, I thought I had my period, right?
Yeah? Are you trying to tell me that you're pregnant?
Yeah. I had implantation bleeding. It was not my period. Surprise, shorty! Okay, what's going through your mind? Not what you expected?
No, it's not.
See why I wanted you to come here so badly now? Because I was starting to freak out the last couple days.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the people at the hospital didn't tell my test results. It makes sense now why they gave me such a low dose of my medicine only at night. Why, like, I felt like there was no, like, psychiatrist talking to me very much. I felt like the hospital stay was just weird. I was like, normally they're, like, throwing meds in your face, and they weren't doing it to me. And I was like, that's what made me want to go take a test. I was like, what the fuck? And I knew my period was so short, and it turned brown right away, and I just had a feeling. I had a feeling. Because I puked this morning, so that was fun.
Gonna be honest, feels a little weird knowing that I'm not the father.
I know.
He's not the father. This is the thing. We have too many mentally unstable people having kids. And if you're not the father of this woman's child, I'm assuming this is your girlfriend or whatever, and you're still there, weak ass men.
But I'll still do what I can to help you guys.
He'll do what he can to help out you guys. Okay. This is like a thing where she is in she's in a relationship with multiple men, right? She's in a relationship with multiple men, which is, honestly, this is why, you know, I have no sympathy for men like this. I have no sympathy for men like this.
I know. I'm already anticipating miscarrying though, because I usually miscarry at 5 weeks. I've always had it early on inside. I'm anticipating it. I was trying not to get excited. But I was like, I gotta tell Kai, at least want us to have a moment. So like, if I do miscarry, we still had a moment to enjoy it.
You realize it's still recording, right?
Yeah, that's the whole purpose. I want to remember this. Mm-hmm.
You want to remember telling another man you're pregnant by another man. This is the problem with so many women nowadays. She's literally recording, right, your embarrassment. She's really literally recording you as a cuck.
And your reaction's better than Cody's. Cody's basically said, well, I don't want to be a dad. Fuck you. I'm cutting you off. I'm going to throw up, Jordan, blah, 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 blah. Next minute, I'm going home. I'm crying because he's cutting me off while I'm driving. Fucker. And then literally the next day, I literally said, either I'm going to kill myself or I'm getting myself hospitalized. But I was like, well, I'm pregnant. So, hospitalization.
Happy moment. This is a happy moment. This is a happy moment.
It is a happy moment.
Exactly. Happy thoughts.
How's this a happy moment? You are bringing a child, and potentially, right, if she doesn't miscarriage, you are potentially bringing a child into this fuckery, into this disorder, into this chaos. This is why, right here, this is why, right, single mother households are dangerous. This is why single mother households are not good. Jeremiah, what is up, my brother? What is up? You are walking into women's chaos, right? Here's a woman that dates multiple men, have multiple boyfriends, and she's got pregnant by one of them. Now she's telling another boyfriend she has that she's pregnant. And this man, this weak ass man, this doormat of a man, is just absolutely insane.
See, I wish more guys can like have a better reaction like you. Not many people do. They're just like, they cut you out, they tell you to go have an abortion, and it's just like, you, on the other hand, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I'm just probably gonna be a dad eventually.
Right?
But you're not a dad. You're not a dad. The other man is. You are a cuck.
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend I'm not nervous for that, but like,
yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to get therapy soon, so if I don't get traumatized from our own child's crying.
I know.
But I think overall it'll be a good thing. I think this will be great.
It's gonna be a lot in the beginning.
Yeah. I know. When my mom was pregnant with my half sister, technically, I got to witness the 3 trimesters.
Jeremiah, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the love, my brother.
Of pregnancy. So based off of what I remember, like 5 years ago of that, well,
Yeah.
6 years ago technically, she was pregnant before my sister was born, of course.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember from 6 years ago and do what I can for you.
Oh, Omni, exactly. Guys, remember, this is the end game of being a white knight. Not so glamorous after all. No. You are made a fool out of, right? You're made a fool out of. You're made a cuck out of. You became a doormat. This man, this is what he wants? To be the non-biological father of this kid that's not his? The woman that he's with, she has other men. But he can't, like, he's so bottom of the barrel, he thinks he doesn't deserve anything better. No, Jeremiah, you're amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. He's so bottom of the barrel, he thinks he doesn't qualify for nothing better. This is what I'm saying. Run. Exactly. Run fast. All right? This is why I said, men, you need to be the best version of yourself. Improve yourself mentally, right? Get yourself more, more emotionally intelligent. Be more intelligent. Improve yourself physically, right? Exercise, work on yourself, okay? Be your best financially, okay? Desperation only creates scenarios like this. Desperation creates you a life of a cuck, a forever doormat, right? A forever spineless man. It's just sad. Now who's settling?
But if I do end up miscarrying, how are you gonna handle that?
I'll try to be there for you and do what I can to help you. I don't know what to do about miscarriages. I've never had to deal with one before.
It's not fun. People and me, I've all described it as kind of like similar to like childbirth, but it's not like the contractions get that high intensity, but you have the contractions, and you do lose parts of your fetus while it comes out. It's not fun. There was a day where I swore I was looking down at a little small arm. I'm not joking. And I started bawling because I was just like mortified what I was seeing.
I would have thrown up. I very well could have thrown up.
Yeah.
I don't do well with that sort of thing.
Yeah. And then what happens, let's say I do have a successful pregnancy and whatever, the kid grows up and he says, I want to go find my dad. Would you be okay if he or she will get a DNA test and goes finds Cody?
I mean, yeah, if that's what our kid wants, yeah, ultimately what I want is for both you and our kid to be happy.
You're so...
You know, that's the thing where it's kind of funny. So many men, this guy's a simp, he is, right? So many men say that, I want you and our kid to be happy. One, it's not your kid. But so many men will sacrifice their own happiness for the happiness of others. Women like this will sacrifice you for her own happiness. Women like this will sacrifice anything for her own happiness.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I'll throw up sitting on bed talking with her.
What the fuck?
I think it's more so I'm okay being pushed over, but
Yeah.
I'm okay being pushed over. I'm sorry, right? This is why I have no sympathy for weak men. I'll say that. I'll say it. Here on this side of the internet, on this channel, I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for weak men. I have no sympathy for men that don't even care about themselves. Why would I care about you? Why would anyone care about you when you don't even care about yourself, right? Why would anyone care about you, would show you love, would show you respect when you don't even love yourself, when you don't even respect yourself? You don't deserve it then, right? You don't deserve love. You don't deserve respect. When you cannot even love yourself, when you cannot even respect yourself, no one will. This woman won't even respect you. This woman won't even love you, right? She says, oh, why can't other men be like you? But you know what? Guess what? She's still fucking other men. Right? Why can't other men be like you? But you know what? She still have kids by other men. Right? Yes. Why can't other men be like you? But you know what? I don't want you. I want you to take care of my kid. I want you to take care of me. But hey, I don't want your DNA. I don't want your kids. Yeah. No duh.
I try to make the best out of it.
Yeah. Okay, now we can stop recording, folks.
This is dysfunctional. 100%. This is some dysfunctional crap right here. Right? It is sad and dysfunctional. I don't know. Like I said, this is why I've said I support men, but I don't support all men. Okay? Because there's too many men that don't even give a shit about themselves. So they don't qualify for support. They don't qualify for care. They don't qualify for, they don't qualify for love or respect because they don't love nor respect themselves. Shit like this is just sad. It looks like two guys talking in the bed. Yes, again, that's probably your modern day, leftist Democrat women, right? Feminists, or the sexual revolution, sexual freedom type of women. Multiple men. Like, yeah, this is the insanity of modern day women. The selfishness of modern day women, right here. Okay, and it's sad. Okay, and you know what? I don't even blame her. I don't blame her. Because if all these men allow it, what is there to blame, right? She has multiple boyfriends. So it is what it is, right? No one is holding her accountable, right? And these men are fine with being doormats. So it is what it is. Shit like that is sad, right? Shit like that is sad. All right, guys, let's end out on a Kendra G video. Let's end out on a Kendra G video. I'm trying to look for a good one. All right. Let's end out on a Kendra G video. Okay, so let's check out this Kendra G video. All right. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. All right. So let's end off on a Kendra G video.
Hi, have you ever been here before?
No, I haven't been up here.
Okay. How you pronounce your name, sweetheart?
Shania.
Kendra G Singles, the dating app.
I have two.
How old are your two kids?
My son, he is 6, and my daughter, she's 3.
Okay, both by the same man?
Yes.
Why y'all not together?
It's just a long story.
All right, I'll let it be. Have you ever been married? No?
No.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. Sanaya, is how you pronounce it?
Shania, yes.
Sanaya, Arizona, 23, Capricorn, does cybersecurity, mom of 2 kids, by the
23, 2 kids, never married.
Same man, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A black man, of course. I'm open, but I've never dated outside of my race, so I don't know all about that. But a black man, highly educated, He is a provider and a protector in all different ways. As a provider, not necessarily just money, but with love, care, acknowledgement, reassurance. A man.
You know, the only thing she got for her is like she's 23. She's young. Okay. I swear to God. I mean, like, so a provider. I always wonder why Kendra G couldn't get a real microphone. Drives me nuts. Well, I guess she doesn't care. Again, she's 23. The likelihood to date a man in his early 20s that is a provider isn't that high. So it's either she's be dating a man that's 30 and above. Right? But 2 kids, and wants a man that provides. Crazy.
And that is emotional, like intelligent. He's not all over the place. He's not a crash out. He just understands, wants to talk about it, and move on.
Okay. They're going to ask, was your child's father a provider?
Yes.
Okay, he was. Okay.
Yet you left him. Your child's father was the provider, yet you couldn't sustain a relationship with him. Makes sense. Makes sense. So the man that you gave 2 kids with fit your standards, yet you couldn't make it work with him. And you gave him 2 kids.
What are your deal breakers?
A liar, a manipulator, a cheater, someone who smokes. That's it.
Should he look a certain way?
I prefer black man. He can be 5'8" and up. Like nobody under that. And I feel like 5'8" is on the shorter side. Muscles, like in the gym, like a fit body.
Highly educated. Doesn't have vices. Is a provider. Is athletic. Bitch wants a perfect man. This mother of 2 wants a highly desirable man.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes. I would say at least 6 figures.
Okay. So at least $100,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay. So 65,000 don't reach out to you.
You can. I mean, I'm open to it, but I do prefer someone that's a little higher in the tax bracket. Maybe just on my level. That's it.
Okay. And
On your level. I always find it funny, okay, with Kendra G's videos, okay? These are, practically all these women are single mothers, and yet all these women are 6-figure earners. When honestly, it is not that common to interact with 6-figure earners. Yet almost every single woman that goes on Kendra G earns 6 figures, and they're single mothers. That is quite interesting.
I asked this before about provider, and your child's father made 6 figures?
Yes, he is ex-military. He's not in the military anymore, but yes, he does.
Okay, that's what she's used to. Let's do the Kendra cam.
Who gives a shit what she's used to? She couldn't make it work with the man that met her requirements. She gave him 2 kids, and she still couldn't make it work.
You're definitely a cute girl.
Thank you. I'm at the restaurant, but
This is a problem, right? This is why, unless she wants a man that's, I mean, she's a fit too. It's like, here's the problem. Yeah, you may be cute, you may be young, but you are one of many. This is the problem with so many women. A lot of women want the same man. You want the same man, right? Fine, whatever preference you have, cool. But a lot of women don't really think. You all want the same man. That's the problem, right? And you want rare men. The man you're choosing, right? Attractive, fit, emotionally intelligent, wealthy. He's rare, highly desirable. What makes you so amazing? She's a 2. she definitely, again, I think it's her age, right? She's okay looking, but her age, she's youthful, right? 23. But that's it. That's pretty much her redeeming factor. Her age and her use of her body. But again, so what? Like, the man you asking for is a rare, high value man. He has the pick of the litter.
Stand up. I just came from the gym, so. I have some clothes on.
I mean, like, okay body, like I said. But again, what's so, you have 2 kids. You have 2 kids is a drastic, she, like, okay. Let's say if she didn't have 2 kids, she'd probably be a 6 or a 7, right? She'll probably be a 6 or a 7, right? Body, face, youth, 6 or a 7. 2 kids, yeah, she's basically a 4, right? She's basically a 4. 2 kids. So the man she's asking for, who's probably an 8, right? An 8 or a 9. Guess what? Most women want him. You are nothing special. You think you have a nice body? Great. Plenty of women do. Okay? You think you're cute? Plenty of women are cute. Plenty of women are better looking than you, particularly in the face.
You got a body.
And imagine, black men too. Black men are highly, which is, I mean, it is what it is. Black men are highly desired by women. But again, you're nothing special. That's the problem.
You.
Okay. Shania?
Shania.
Should the guy be in Arizona?
Yeah, well, yeah, he can. But if he's somewhere else in the world, as long as he can travel, I'm cool with that.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
I would say about 4 months ago, being honest.
Were you your child's father or somebody else?
No, it was someone else.
Okay. 3 flaws. Oh, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 4 months ago.
Okay, that person. 3 flaws you have to work on.
My attitude, my mouth.
Great. A woman with an attitude. Great. High value men love that. High value men settle down with women with an attitude. You want rare men. You want highly desirable men, right? Rare, highly desirable men. You're really, honestly, pretty much nothing special, right? You are a cute mother of 2, and you have an attitude problem. Awesome. Women like this don't realize that, honestly, they are just meant for a pump and dump. If they can get the men they want, they will just be a pump and dump to the men that they want. That is it.
Get to talking crazy sometimes when I'm upset, so I'm working on that, the way I communicate. And I don't know. I don't have a third. I do, but I can't think of it.
You can't think of the 3rd flaw.
No.
What's the age range you would date, Shania?
I'm 23, so I would say my age up until 40.
Are you a girl 17 years older?
Yes.
Do you want more kids?
No.
So you don't want no more children?
And she's not even giving a kid to this high value man. She's a pump and dump. She is a pump and dump.
She belongs to the streets.
That is it. That is what she's for, right? She is just gonna be a pump and dump, right? She's just gonna be a pump and dump for the men that she wants. No man that she wants will settle for this shit.
No.
So he has to have kids already then.
No. Okay. This is another thing. It may sound bad, but I really don't want a man with kids.
So you want to go ahead.
Like, I have kids, I understand that, and it's kind of double standard, but I just feel like
And she wants a man without kids. She is a pump and dump. That is it. This woman is a pump and dump.
want a man that doesn't have kids, that don't want kids. I'm open to a man that has kids, but he would have to be in the higher range, like 30, 40, and their kids are over.
Well, in the perfect world, you would have a man that makes $100K or more with no kids, doesn't want to get you pregnant either, and willing to be a father figure to the 2 kids you already have.
In the perfect world, yes.
What's in reality? Because let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. I can't speak for all, right? I'm just gonna sit here from what I've learned from hosting this show for 5 years. So it could be 2 ways.
God, her mic is for shit. You would think that you would think Kendra with multi-millions would have a good mic.
We have an echo. You are an attractive girl, and I don't make the rules for this stuff, but attraction does.
Oh, so the echoes on her. How's the echoes on her side?
Help in salary. Now, a disadvantage will be that you come with 2 kids, right? So there's some men who will just say no to that, but maybe you're pretty.
Exactly. This is the problem, right? Selfish. She only thinks about herself. Only think about herself. What you think? What's that going to attract? Men that don't give a shit. Men that don't give a shit. Why? Because he's only in it for the pump and dump. That is it. He's only in it for the pump and dump, right? These women have unrealistic expectations. Good men don't want to deal with that shit. Bad men, it's a pump and dump, right? She has a decent body. It's worth a pump and dump.
Enough for them to look past that. That can happen. But now you're adding, you're this pretty girl. If he wants a child, he can't have that with you because you don't want to have any more kids. But you have a 6-year-old and 3-year-old, which means he would have to become a.
And yet her baby daddy he meets her expectations. Why not get with that motherfucker?
Father figure, the kids you already created, but also can't get a child from you, and you prefer he doesn't already come with a child. What kind of man you think signs up for that?
A man that don't have kids, that don't want kids.
But usually a man that doesn't want kids, he don't want to raise somebody else's kids either.
That's true too. You're right. It's just hard. I don't know. It sounds unrealistic, but I'm hoping and praying that there is someone out there. If you come with kids, that's okay. One is good.
I think it's your life, but if you're absolutely closed on having kids, you should probably want a guy. Because listen, again, I don't make all the rules, and I could be wrong here, but I'm thinking if there's a guy who does not want to have kids, why would he want? And your kids are young, so it's not like your kids are out the house. These are kids, if he got serious with you, he would become a father figure for. So I'm trying to think of the mindset of a guy who does not want his own biological children, but would want to raise.
She's not worth it, right? Not for a good man. Okay. Now, again, like I said, for the men that, that would find it worth it, it's just a pump and dump. They will say all the magical shit to just like pump it a few times.
Somebody else's kids.
I don't know, Kendra, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere.
You're sure that man's out there somewhere?
Like, wow. I've heard, okay, maybe later on they did end up having kids, but there was.
Yeah, because even in the Sierra prayer, what I think people leave out
Yes, Sierra had a child when she met Russell Wilson, but she's given him 3 kids since, right? So it wasn't like Russell just said, yes, I'm going to be a father figure to baby Future. He also got 3 other children outside of it. And I believe they're going to have another kid, right? So I just think that, I don't know. Again, I don't make all the rules, but maybe a guy. Okay, let me ask you this. Why don't you want to date a guy with kids?
It just comes with a lot of drama. Like my last relationship, he had a kid. It's just like the mom. I get it. Like I'm a mom too, but it's just too much. It's just dealing with another woman is a lot.
So you don't think a guy dealing with your baby daddy would be a lot? This is the things that men say. They're like, this is the reason you just said is the reason men have said on my show sometimes why they don't want to deal with women with children because they don't want to deal with the baby daddy.
Yes, comparing an average woman's life to the life of a 0.1% man, 1% people is kind of insane. Big bars. What is up, my brother? What is up?
Right.
So you're asking a man to be okay with dealing with your children's dad, but you wouldn't be okay dealing with his children's mother.
So I was okay with it until they showed me that this is why I'm not okay with it. Just all the extra drama. I get it. It's their kid. You know, it's new to them sharing their kid with another woman and things like that. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I just don't want to deal with that right now. Like, I just don't.
Is there any drama? Okay, so that's fair. But do you understand how a man can feel the same way about you?
Yes, yes. And that's probably why, I don't know, it's a little harder to date with kids because they feel that way. And I get it. But...
Okay. Well,
so this rare ass man, this like extremely rare ass man has to deal with her drama. Selfish as shit.
In the perfect world, she would find a man who A, does not have children, B, does not want any biological kids, C, okay with being a father figure to her 2 children who are 6 and 3, and D, makes at least $100K.
Yeah.
Let's see if I got this man in.
Do not draw no man.
Let's see if I have this man somewhere. All right. Here we go. Mr. 100K.
No.
Okay. And he don't got no kids. And he don't mind raising your kids.
Kendra, can he at least have some hair? Like...
Oh, okay. I got you, girl. I got you. Okay. He got hair now. He got. Okay. He got hair. I give him hair.
Good.
You know what? Because I just think that again, I'm just gonna speak real talk for what I say here.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's even lower. I think it's even lower, right? You got emotionally intelligent. You got to put in attractive, right? I mean,
your age and your attraction is in your favor, right? What's not in your favor potentially could be that you already have children, but you are a cute girl and you are young and men like young, cute girls. But then it's like,
yeah, well, you better be dating a 50-year-old, right? Like, again, all the traits that she named in a man that she wants, if he is 23 to 40, he's still highly desirable, right? All the traits that she said in the man that she wants, if he is 23 to 40, he is highly desirable. The man you gotta be picking a man that's 50.
How does he not want to have kids with you? And how does he not have kids unless he can't? Now, here's the deal. And we don't talk about this. There's a lot of conversation. Now, this is a man that could work for you. A man who can't make kids. Because let me tell you, this is not a large conversation The large conversation online is women, once they get to a certain age, they can't have kids. What we don't really talk about is there are some men who do not have strong enough sperm to make children. And it's actually
Ken, you're talking about the exception. Those are not that many of men. First of all, if you are athletic, you're healthy, like she's saying, she wants an athletic man. The chance that an athletic man, a man that's in shape, that don't have good, swimmers, I don't think that it's that high.
A common thing. We just don't talk about it. So that could be the guy that's the guy you should look for. The guy who can't make a baby.
But okay, what if later I change my mind and do want to have kids? I don't want to look for that man that can't, because if I'm deeply in love, I want to recreate with them. Maybe, I don't know. Just right now, I know for a fact I'm not having any more kids. But maybe when we get serious enough, like in our marriage.
And it's not for a fact. What a stupid ass woman.
I might be open to it if they don't have kids already.
Okay, so it's not concrete that you won't have any more children.
One more time.
It's not concrete that you won't have any more children.
Right.
Okay. A lady said, how about this?
Please like the stream, guys. Please like the stream, right? Please like.
Let me because you're here for a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So men only. If you are a woman, do not leave a comment. Okay. So let's see if women for
leave a comment.
Let's see if for 2 minutes if women can follow instructions. I only want to hear from the men watching to get the male perspective. Is it unrealistic to request a man that makes that amount of money, but also doesn't want to have children necessarily, and doesn't have kids, and be okay with raising her kids? Is that a realistic request? Men only. Okay, I see a yes, but I think that might be a guy. Okay, listen. If there are men answering, there are. Oh, I'm seeing unrealistic. No, yes. No, Kendra. I don't understand. Say unrealistic or realistic, because I'm getting confused. I'm asking men only, so no woman should be answering right now. I'm trying to get a poll from the men. Okay, so there's some men that are saying it's realistic. Okay, some are saying I think it's okay. I see unrealistic. Then I see some that are saying anything is possible. Okay, so it's not okay. So when I'm looking at the comments, and men should be answering right now. It seems like there are a lot of men saying it's unrealistic, but then there are some men that are saying no. Hold on. I want to say this real quick. Someone said Kendra's being negative. Let me say this, and this is not to you. Kendra's not being negative. And let me say how much Kendra's not being negative.
This is why I miss Kevin Samuels, right? You should be negative. You should be negative because you should be breaking up this delusion, this stupidity, this delusion, this hypocrisy, this insanity. No, you should be negative. Bring some reality into this delusional women's life. These women are insane.
Because what y'all don't know is I'm the woman that does live events, right? That does live events. And if y'all recall, I used to do speed dating, right?
Yeah, a lot of simp in that chat, right? And Kendra's chat, those men are fools.
I used to do speed dating when I did my live events. And the way speed dating works was we had to base it off of the amount of men that would show up. And it's always going to be more women than men. Like, let's just say 70% more women to the 30% men, but it could be 80%. And if you go anywhere in the world, you're going to see these numbers, right? So in the speed dating, the men will pick women because the guy got to pick the first woman to speed date with. And then only those women were chosen. Then there was a large amount of women that would not be chosen just because of numbers, right? Just because of numbers. Like, you have to go by the amount of numbers that are there. But if you're not chosen, you're not chosen. And then in real time, I had to witness sometimes the sadness. And it's literally why I stopped this.
Oh yeah, the dating events things, those are hilarious. I mean, like, yeah, those are hilarious. I mean,
speed dating portion, because it would break my heart to watch how the women.
Yeah, I mean, face is kind of average, right? Her face is kind of average. Her body's decent, right? She's 23, okay body, average ass face. But that would be probably a 5 or a 6, the package. But with her delusion, she said she has a bad attitude. She has 2 kids under 6, right? 2 kids under 6. Yeah, she's a 3.
Who weren't selected had to feel when they didn't get chosen to speed dating. So to stop that, I just stopped the speed dating portion, because I didn't want to keep going to each city and watching women get sad, right? So y'all say I'm being negative. What I'm trying to do, because I love y'all for real, I'm trying to give a dose of reality so y'all can get out of fantasy and get into reality, right? Because I could give her truth and then y'all really gonna be mad at me, right? So I'm not being negative. What I'm trying to do is prevent as many women as being sad as I had to witness every time I went to a city and I had to watch a woman not get selected, okay? So just FYI, why you think I'm trying to be mean, I'm not. And to your case, tonight, what I'm saying, I said to you from the beginning, your attractiveness really works in your favor. I mean, listen, one thing I learned, attraction and young are high things, and guys, it's just.
The problem is she will waste it. She will waste it. Because this is the problem, okay? Being young and attractive, great. But to the men she wants, right? To the men she wants a man that is 23 to 40, right? High value man, right? Good looking, athletic, high value, emotionally intelligent, right? Charming, a moral man, a faithful man, right? The man that she wants, he gets young and attractive often, right? High value men get young and attractive women often. It's nothing special. Now, would she get some, will she get some pipe? Okay, yeah, she'll get pipe. She'll get pipe down. Yeah, no doubt. But will she get commitment? Right? Will she get faithfulness? Now that is what's doubtful. That is what's doubtful. And then when you waste your youth, right? You waste your youth and attractiveness on these men that won't settle for you, right? Because essentially he's going to have to settle for you. By the time you are, right? By the time you realize that you can't get these men to settle for you, you are going to have a harder time to get the men that you don't want to settle for you, because now you're older, right? Now you are older, and that is the problem. You're older, you're less attractive, right? You're less fertile because you wasted your youth and your beauty on men that don't want to settle for you. Right? We see it all the time on Kendra's show. Now these women are 35, almost 40, right? They've been used and abused by all these high value men, right? Can't get none of them to settle for her. Now they're like, I want a good man, right? I want a man that will provide for me, that will love me. I don't care about his looks. Well, guess what? Now, are you sure he wants you? Right? Are you sure he wants you now? This is the problem with women. You sure he wants you now that you're at your worst? Yeah. Doubtful, right? Doubtful. It's doubtful. We see this all the time on Kendra's show.
It is what it is. I don't make the rules. But when it comes to the data, young pretty girls are what guys like.
Yeah, to have sex with. You pretty girls, you're cute, you're young. Guess what? You are worth a pump and dump. That is it.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Again, right? Great. She's young. She's young and pretty. Okay. But she has insane expectations, stupid ass, unrealistic expectations that very few men can even meet. She has bad attitude. She has 2 kids under 6, right? She is a pump and dump for the men that she wants. I guarantee you, she will get the men that she wants for sex. She won't get these men to commit to her. We see it all the time. Women do date 6-figure men for sex. Women cannot get these men to commit to them because they're nothing special to these men. You being young and pretty doesn't mean anything to men that get plenty of young, pretty, young, beautiful women. Nothing special. Unless you're getting with average to below average men, yeah, okay. You being young and pretty, that's amazing for these men. But for high value men, it's nothing special.
So those 2 things are in your favor. But I think, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm smart. I'm loving. I am nurturing.
To your own kids. Great. He's not even having kids. How are you nurturing? Right? What's your nurturing? And you're loving, yes.
I'm an honest girl. Like, I will be honest about everything, how I feel. I communicate. And I put in effort into my relationship. So I want to make sure that we're on the same page at all times. And yeah, I'm young and turned, I guess. I don't know.
I was gonna say, okay, and let's do it. Are you inside the kitchen?
Yeah, ridiculous. I mean, this is why people miss Kevin Samuels, to wake up these women. You will get plenty of high value men to have sex with you. You won't get them to settle for you. So think what you want, right? You're pretty, okay, great for you. Don't mean much to the men you ask for. What do you guys think? All right, guys. She's really overvalued. She does. She overvalues herself, right? She definitely, that's the problem, right? So many women overvalue themselves, particularly to the men that honestly, you're nothing special, right? High value men that are top tier, top desired men. You're nothing special. They get women like you all the time, right? Those men get women like this is the problem where women don't seem to understand. You're not asking for average men. Average men may be more desperate, right? Top tier men, you're a pump and dump. Plain and simple, right? That is it. And that's the problem with a lot of these women, where they can't really clearly understand their value. All right, guys. That is it. That is it for tonight. All right. Happy New Year's, guys, right? Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully your New Year's have started on a good foot, right? Hopefully you guys are doing well. And it took her this long to realize she was mouthy. She's 23, right? I mean, bet she felt big and powerful when they beating her door down in high school. Her character must be sucked. I mean, yeah, she honestly, again, women like this don't realize bad personality. Yeah, you're definitely a pump and dump. You are definitely a pump and dump with a bad personality. So that's the problem. Omni, thank you for being here, my brother. I love you. I love you. Steve, all right? My brother, thank you for being here. Jeremiah, I love you, my brother. Zyrax, thank you, my sister, for being here for a little bit. All right? Big Bars, I love you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Red Door, love you, my sister. Laughing Man, Buster Cheeks, I love you, my brother. Thank you for being here. Anyone else? Take care, everyone. Jeremiah, show some more love. My brother, you're sharing so much love. Thank you for everyone who else is here, right? Right? Who's checking out the stream. Thank you for checking out the stream, right? If you could, please subscribe if you haven't, right? Please subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, please subscribe if you haven't. Please check out my other videos, right? Please check out my other videos, right? Yeah, I love you guys, right? You guys are amazing. Thank you. Captain Palsy, right? Palsy. Real Rain. Yeah. You guys are amazing. Okay. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the love, right? Thank you for all the support, right? You guys are amazing. Love you guys. All right, love you guys. Please check out my other videos. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. But yeah. See you guys in the next live. Later, guys. All right, later.